Well, hello. Welcome to another game and another week. And music's still loud. That's a bit better. So, we are up to session number 3 of the playtest. Characters have each gained extra XP, so they now have, should be about 25 XP spent on them. Getting all 4 to 5 of their optional stuff from page 2. To do with the fact that they managed to make it to Ryloth. So, session 1 was battle at the bar, battle at the shop, battle at the starport. Session 2 was negotiation at the control tower. Then it was battle in space. Then it was problems in space. And then it was reaching Ryloth.
Right. Well, there's always going to be problems.
Well, you got a ship you'd never checked before you took off.
Well, yeah, because we didn't have time.
That is correct.
We need to get out of there.
Yeah.
And the fact that the ship smelled of rotten food and rotting Wookiee pelts,
Oh, God.
and now smells of burnt Wookiee pelts.
Yep.
Why didn't you just space them?
Talk to the Wookiee about that.
Okay.
They
needed to be burned.
Because if you space them, it would take
Cleanse them with fire,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a slow burn.
Did you do it in the engine bay at least?
No.
Kitchen.
What was that last comment?
Kitchen. Yep.
Yes.
Did he burn the Wookiee pelts in the engine bay?
Yeah.
And the response was no, the kitchen.
Yes.
The kitchen's the safest spot.
Wow.
Well, no one's going to wonder what happened to the pelts anymore.
No.
It smells of burnt hair.
Now I'm putting my putting the finishing touches on my skull cup.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes, you've been. There's also bits of
Be
Trandoshan, skull and brain matter on the kitchen area.
Nasty.
We left the Wookiee to his own devices.
With Vex stalking the Wookiee with
But we haven't.
with some bandages.
Yes, but the Wookiee said no.
I know. He might change his mind.
I refuse treatment. That extra 2 points of damage is just too good.
It is. Literally being able to do 10 points off any hit
Pretty awful.
means that most things are going to go down.
Mm.
And with that 10 points, you can actually damage basic vehicles as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basic vehicles, if they've got 1 armor, one armor is the equivalent of 10 damage.
This is a fun fact.
So that means almost immediately, sort of the heavy blasters from stormtroopers don't affect
Vehicles, basically.
Yeah.
Most vehicles it doesn't get through. If they've got any form of armor, like Luke's Landspeeder didn't have armor.
Mm.
Yeah.
Most speeder bikes don't have armor. So getting something with armor, then it will stop most personal scale weapons.
Which is entirely valid.
Yeah.
So,
It's like an armored up Humvee or something along those lines.
an APC.
Mm.
Any combat military vehicle.
And then when you use vehicle weapons against people, well, that's just all forms of hurt.
Yeah, they sort of don't last.
Yeah, it sort of ignores soap.
Yes.
Yeah, soak is
That's
sort
when
of
you
made
start losing limbs if you're lucky.
It's like, yes, I've got a soap of 10. It just goes straight through.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got a soak of 10, it's got a character scale damage of 40. Yeah.
They do say you can add points to it, but the simplest rule in it is you just ignore soap. No matter what soap you've got, it just goes through.
Go straight through.
So
Think so.
what if you're wearing body armor?
Your body armor pretty much gets toasted with the rest of you.
Yep.
But the thing is, it has, Fantasy Flight has no distinction between the Death Star laser cannon and an ATST's primary blaster in how it affects a person.
Yeah, you're going to lose either way.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
even with a
Because
lightsaber.
it's just like,
So you just yeah.
It's a vehicle
Well,
fire.
think
Yeah,
of,
you're
think of it
dead.
this way. The smallest of those has a bolt about this size.
Yeah.
You ain't parrying that.
Yeah.
You can parry a bit of it, but the rest of it's just going to go straight past your lightsaber.
And depending on which version of Star Wars you're looking at, sometimes it's a needle-thin blade.
Even you.
Yeah, what's the thing? Whether it's this thick or this thick, it doesn't freaking matter.
Why don't you do just like a Darth Vader and just go? Parry away?
You can actually do that with something the size of an AT-AT blaster bolt. That's all right. They'll just keep firing.
Yeah.
There are some who can actually absorb the energy and send it back.
Yeah, but that's
if you've got the right ability, you can absorb it.
Oh yeah, but you've got to be ridiculously powerful to make that worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's you'd have to be basically Darth Vader or equivalent to be able to reliably deal with an AT-AT shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to shoot it here
Oh,
more than once. Yeah.
I'm getting my Yoda groove on.
Well, think of it. What Darth Vader would do with an AT-AT shot, he'd reflect it back and he'd go straight in the cockpit. One shot, they're done.
That stuff that kind
or
of
he just forces a certain
freezes the.
Yeah,
the
that's
bolt.
just showing off.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
That
great.
was cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
It was.
And then you just move the person around to in front of the bolt, and then let it go, and you shot yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
I was expecting that to show up in that movie at the time.
Yeah.
I would fully expect that
They
too.
were trying not to have humorous elements in there, at least not too much.
And then they went into the next movie, and it was just all humour.
Well, yeah.
But too much.
But the first one wasn't. That was the thing. It was all the funny stuff that was going to be in this one was in that one, with the stuff for that movie too,
Yeah.
and some of the stuff from the third one. I got no problem with that.
First one was the best one.
Still haven't watched the last one a second time.
Don't. It's just not.
Well, they kept promising so much went to the cutting room floor that they were going to add back in again and never got around to it.
Yeah. It's just not worth it.
There has been
What's
talk about them redoing,
Just talking
Seven,
about
eight,
the
I've heard that.
7, 8, and 9
Yeah.
sequels.
and I can see Disney doing it because they'll go, the suckers will buy them all again. Yes.
And if they don't have to refilm at all, then that saves them a bucket load of money.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Because all that's
Just
just
to-
yeah.
Though, unfortunately, movie 8 will require a lot more work and a lot less kept.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You get 3 movies, and they do 1 movie's worth of work and put out 3 new movies.
Yeah.
They'll do it.
Well,
If the money's there, they'll
Bob
do
Iger's
it.
in charge, so it's very likely.
Yes.
Well,
well, they've already set up that, was it, State 9 is sort of in a different universe. Ish.
Yeah. They say yes, but it's no.
It was never meant to be, and they created a whole lot of drama for the sake of creating drama.
Yeah, because
And-
it raises people's ire and raises people's engagement.
It's all about
The
engagement.
more and the more they do, the more people are likely to throw money at the result.
Yes, but it became very much about hate groups for a while there.
Yeah.
It just wasn't fun.
Yeah, because they went engagement is engagement. Hate groups are fine.
Okay, so I will introduce people.
Sure.
So online today we have Ross.
Yes, I play 41 Vex, the great diplomat. Unfortunately, every time he speaks to someone, it will end in combat, and then the Wookiee and somebody else saves the day. I have a cunning plan, and that will always end in combat. Even though he doesn't shoot anybody.
I'm just a droid.
Well, there was no combat in the spaceport. You managed to
Yeah,
get
but
in.
I nearly started combat.
You did, yeah.
I was going to say, the Wookiee doesn't so much save the day, it's just murder anyone who happens to come within distance and then make cutlery and dinnerware out of what's
Yeah,
left over.
unfortunately, with the Wookiee bleeding everywhere, it is annoying the crap out of him.
Ah, well.
So cauterize the words. Right, so
He won't let me touch him.
that's what blasters are for.
No, he just wants to stay angry.
Oh.
+2 damage.
He's using it.
As long as he's got a critical injury, he does extra damage because he's angry.
Right, so your line therefore is, that's my secret, I'm always angry.
Very much so.
And I really want to hear him say Wookiee talk.
Go for it.
I believe we all turn and look at Peter at that point.
Peter's like, nothing to see here,
Well, he's
move
the furry
on.
one.
Okay, at the table today we have Paul.
Who is Pash, a perfectly normal, personable, friendly, freight caller, and occasional player of Sabak.
And yes,
Nothing else unexceptional.
he actually managed to do perfect piloting.
Excellent.
So, up next we have is Kessler.
I am playing Oscara the Twi'lek, bounty hunter. Usually trying to be pretty straightforward in achieving her goal. And right now, all she wants is to try to find her sister here on Ryloth and get the hell out of there. And then I will also be playing Mathis, the human technician, where
Resisting.
he may just have a screw loose as well,
A bit.
according to how Stephen plays him.
I was going to say, it depends on how much cyberware he has.
Yeah, so he is one where he was a technician working for the Hutts and decided that he wanted to be free of the oppression and came along because we needed somebody to do things. And you know what? He did things. They weren't great. They were awesome, but it's what it is.
They are memorable.
They are memorable.
They were memorable.
He has a way of doing things.
Well, hey, that's what you wanted to remember about a character is
Yeah.
they actually did something in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The character who always succeeds, always does everything perfectly, fades after a very short amount of time. It's like, who are they playing?
Yep, I will eventually succeed in a negotiation test.
One of these ones. Yes. Yeah, the one who always succeeds is the one that everyone else role plays around.
Mm-hmm. And next person being up is Peter.
Greetings. I'm playing Lorik, the Wookiee hired gun. Yeah, basically
The angry Wookiee.
the angry Wookiee.
Grr, arg.
That's
Is there any backstory right now to explain your anger?
I'm just a Wookiee. Wookiees are angry. They're naturally angry.
He has a boo-boo.
Basic Wookiees.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that he's got a boo-boo.
And the boo-boo makes him angry.
Just wondering if we're getting any hints this many sessions in as to his background as to...
Oh, I was
Well-
you guys, well, most of you already know that I'm a gladiator. Slash.
That's right, you're
That's
the
how-
ex-gladiator that got freed.
You're
Is that what
trained-
you
Well,
get?
not so much freed as freed myself.
Yeah, you're trained now.
Oh, that's
Yes.
where it comes from.
With the
When you
help.
empowered yourself to become free,
Yep.
possibly by murdering the people
Oh, there was
who
lots of murder.
enslaved you,
Yes.
you've
Yes.
learned that this is how you assert yourself in the world.
Right.
Well, it's very hard for someone to claim ownership if they no longer have a head.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what you did was you freed yourself and then freed everyone else.
Mm.
Well, I took a number of people with me,
Yeah.
who then took a number of people with them,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's how we
But
got
you-
our happy
This
group
is how you
together.
Yeah, he's
got
a looking
revolution.
Spartacus.
But that's the thing. You removed all of the people who were stopping you escaping,
That's it.
and then put them in a big pile, and then burnt the results.
Or
And he
agent.
really hates trainer shams.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Don't
not surprised.
all Wookiees hate transitions?
Well, yes, because transitions like Wookiee fur cloaks
yes, amongst other things.
and Wookiee fur, Wookiee skinned lampshades, and
Yes, and pretty much
Wookiee claw necklaces.
for anything.
Yes, the one you watch out for is the one with the Wookiee skull necklace.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for. If you can see the pauldron on his
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
that's
gonna
transition
have
one.
Trandoshan skulls
Yeah.
Cool.
just all
All
the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then every time someone shoots one of them, you'll have to replace it
Yeah.
With their skull.
with another skull.
With the skull of the shooter.
Yes. Right.
It will basically make people go, nope, Wookiee's here, putting guns away.
That's
So,
right.
the
You know, when
Wookiee
you-
is not a predator.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. You walk
Yes.
into the Wookiee's room.
He was a
And it's
Yari, or
yeah.
whatever they call him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just skulls and trophies and all kinds of stuff.
It's a
all over the wall.
legitimate decor, it's alternate goth.
Well, it does stop people wanting to steal if they may end up on the shelf.
Mm.
What the hell are those Jawa ears? They're lizards. They don't have ears. You can find them.
You dig them, find them.
Got to dig them out a bit.
And also at the table today we have Ariadna.
Who is?
Game? Is Game still going? Is there dragons in this world?
Yes.
Could there be
Yeah.
dragons?
They're not
right.
Could there
playing.
be room for a dragon with jazz wings?
No, but you can have a crocodile with jazz hands.
I was kind of lonely. I haven't roleplayed for several weeks. Cow Christmas roleplay.
Right, so
You can
that's
get
so Calcrix is the Durga when we're never going to meet.
Calcrix is not actually playing in tonight's game,
No.
but she wanted to say hi to everyone. I play Sasha, otherwise known as a scout. I started off life with rebel parents that I didn't realise were rebel parents. So I got hijacked into a rebel lifestyle and helping my family in their battle against Imperials, but quickly lost allegiance to them when called on them for help, and they did not come. And I decided that I'm not so much interested in joining a group that's not going to help me out. Ran into Oscara and Vex and Lorik, and they introduced me to Pasha and Mathis, and decided these people, though crazy, are more likely to cover my back than the rebels or shoot me in the back like the Imperials.
Plus you're reasonably cute. So.
Yeah, it works.
I'm just going to go to the bathroom quickly.
All good. Okay, so
Yeah, the Mandalorian, the hunter, the bounty hunter.
Yep.
She's attractive, but she's also very scary.
Mm.
She intends to be.
Well, yeah, she does intimidation stuff.
and all of them it looks the most unhappy besides the Wookiee growling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say she's
Look at
the
Wookiee smile.
she's
Come on,
the
man.
Because
most
she's
miserable.
not presently strangling anybody.
You know, resting Wookiee
Life
face.
is hard. I would say her
I think
quote.
yours is more active Wookiee face.
Yeah. I would say Oscar's quote to life is hard, suck it up. That's her quote.
Well,
Get it
not
down.
life is hard, don't dodge.
Point blank.
Oh dear.
So, yes, you've managed to reach Ryloth with the Crate Fang. You have detached the tracking device attached to your ship.
Because there was always going to be one.
There was one on the outside, stuck to the back of the gun mount.
We
No reasonable place for it.
we put that on a ship going out.
You've requested it to be on a ship going out, and you also slowed down its transmission speed from every 5 minutes to every couple of hours,
Yes.
which makes it a lot harder for them to track where you are because hyperspace travel following this route was not that many hours in space. So they might have you still at Tatooine, and then the next one might not even be in Ryloth,
Yeah.
depending on how long it takes for the ship to leave.
Yes. And I'm good at piloting and how good am I at astrogation? I know how to spell excellent.
Most of you are looking at it going, there's buttons and levers and numbers and...
Oh, I know how to do the stuff to bring up a navigation location that's already there. Calculating it, I got a book.
Yeah.
There's a manual.
Where's the R2 droid when you need it?
Yeah, somebody blew it up.
No, the R4 droid's a mechanic.
Yeah, he's not an astrogator.
No.
That's the thing.
Who is our astrogator?
That would...
The character who's not here.
I think that was Mathis.
Yeah.
That's got...
Yeah, Mathis has the highest. He's one
He's actually trained.
yellow,
Cool.
one yellow, 3 green.
Yeah.
So either Mathis or Sasha, maybe.
There he is, Mr. Brawl as well.
Yeah, so
I'm not very good.
I don't know about Sasha though.
2 green is not very good.
No. Same.
Yeah.
So she has 3. Yeah, so I think Mathis was the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 4 green, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a doctor than a physicist.
But it does mean that when people have a higher dice pool, they combine with someone with a lower dice pool to then give them more dice in the check.
Ah. Okay.
So that's where working together can get you better results.
Yeah, one's on the 6 really.
Extra blue dice.
Normally it is you get that you add the dice pools together. So if someone's got a attribute of 3 and someone's got an attribute of 4, you take the dice pool of 4 from that person, and then from the other person you get the skill pool, and then move those together, and that gets you a stronger use.
Right, so you want someone with a good stat and somebody with a good skill.
Yes,
And the combination is pretty meaty.
it is. It's so much better than trying to solo it.
Yeah.
And it means that you can specialize in what you want to specialize in without having to say, I always have to be the best attribute and skill.
It also means it's a good idea to specialize. Yeah.
And if everyone takes on different attributes, it makes it easier to then pull in other people to say, look, we're going to do a talkie thing, grab the talkie person.
Yes.
Or we're going to lie, grab the cheater.
Yes. Yeah. And then you get my Star Wars character, Damas, who's just generally all round pretty good at most things, and really good at a couple of them because he's been around forever. So yeah, when we need a pilot, I can pilot. I'm not a good one, but I'm capable.
And at the last session, I mentioned to the players that after freeing the Twi'lek they had on board who had part of his brain blown away,
Yes.
because they refer to the Twi'lek's tails as being brain tails because they're supposed to have part of their brain inside.
And had
Yeah.
part of his tail cut off.
Shut off.
Yeah.
So he did have a rather long-winded way of speaking.
Right.
This is a little too close to real life events right now. Let's hope he's not like him.
I'm sure he'll start, rubbing some orange into his hair at some point.
Yeah. So we talked to him. He's gonna fix up our ship for us as thank you for freeing him, bringing him back to Raw, and all that stuff. And he
He's one of the freedom fighters here.
he pointed us to go to the.
He was going to take you in to see the resistance of the Twi'leks, because he's one of their resistance members before he was captured.
Yes.
And he was going to also keep an eye out for if anyone from Tatooine just happened to arrive.
Yeah.
Normally, that would have waited for him to. He wouldn't have done so unless someone asked, but the GM sort of suggested that might not be a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
Because
We weren't thinking of it.
I can do the crazy thing.
yes, when they asked, "What would you like to do?" It's like, I don't know. What do you want to do? Okay then.
Yeah.
So, his name is Burra Ban,
We're just gonna go Burra.
because it's B'(URA) space B'(AN).
Doraban, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I'm sure I'll pronounce it differently every time.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those magic powers of the GM who can never remember these things.
Yeah, of course.
The magic powers that you get to change the names all the time. And it's canon.
On every use. Yes, by the way, you want to show off?
There you
Okay, so what's that?
go. Just like
It's a lightsaber form that uses telekinesis. Someone
yes,
using
yes.
4 lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
First used visibly by Kreia in KOTOR 2.
Yes. Well, if you don't have one lightsaber, then having more is obviously going to make it easier to hit your opponent
Yes.
and everyone else in
Well,
the area around you.
Yes.
Ask
well,
General
in-
Grievous.
Yes. Yeah, in her case, she was capable
Just-
enough to
Like,
do it with telekinesis.
yeah.
But he had no force powers.
yeah, no, he was
He
just
just didn't
a
care.
robot. Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Well, I mean, he was a
Isn't
cyborg, but yeah.
but he was extreme cyborg.
He was also supposed to be a well-trained swordsman, so
Not with lightsabers, he wasn't.
he was very good with it.
Oh, he was very good.
Just that he wasn't trying to show off. He was just trying to murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, little thing.
If you look at all his attacks, they're all
Details.
about murdering, not about disarming or anything
Yeah.
Yeah,
else.
just kill everything and then steal and then take the lightsabers.
Or is the intimidation strikes were also the things he was doing. Like
Yeah.
when he'd spin the blades very fast, like helicopters.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to do what they did with some of the other characters, where if they spun their blade enough, they'd take off as it would make them rise. When they did for the Inquisitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's-
that was
those,
the
those,
thing.
those Inquisitor blades were built for that.
I know.
Designed, they had like
But he had swivel.
repulsors in them.
He had swivel hands.
I know.
He had the equivalent of the Inquisitor blades.
Can you imagine how scary he would have been if he had a repulsor lift built in?
Oh, that's
Hi,
scary.
I can now leap 100 meters and stand on the ceiling
Would have been awesome.
because he would.
Well, he had magnetic built into them, so he
I
could
know.
stand in the
True.
ceilings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you have reached Rayluff. You're about to head down into the depths of the location called...
Right, it's right like
Yeah,
everything
now
is
that.
underground.
They do have areas above ground,
Yeah, I know.
but that's generally where the poor go.
Yes.
And those about to be poor.
And yeah, even spaceship parking spaces are underground. Because
Yeah.
storms.
Because this group parked on the surface because they're poor.
We are escaped prisoners. So ish.
They're also not high enough in the Twi'lek economy to be able to afford the lower berths.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. The ship can survive long enough. We'll make some money and move it.
Okay, so Buraban leads you from the surface deep under the ground to a district of the city where Davido residences are dug into cabin walls. Yeah, sometimes the words here don't make sense, but hey.
Yeah.
The narrow corridors are packed with various beings going around their business. Hundreds of Twi'leks throng the walkways and passages, but they are not the only citizens of Nabat. Swaggering Aqualish shoulder their way to you while beeping your road scary between the shops and tunnelways. Human traders hawk their wares from stalls set within niches to the side of the walls. So you've got a big, basically market of second-hand, third-hand, possibly not worth buying trinkets. And with what looks to be hundreds of stalls, you'd be lucky to scrape up 500 credits worth of gear amongst the lot.
Fair.
Yeah.
Bad antique store. Got it.
So is this just a store that we...
I know this is the marketplace of the city you landed on.
Mhm.
But it's all trash.
Yeah, well,
So-
this area, most of it's trash.
Are there any stalls run by Jawas?
No. Jawas are not welcome on this place
This is not a bad thing, necessarily.
because they tend to steal what little these people have.
Yeah.
So they make examples of them.
Fair point.
Yep.
They banish them to the surface without their clothes.
Ooh. That's scary to think about just to see.
Yes.
Well, we've already had enough encounters, not necessarily as these characters, with not quite dressed peoples. I'm happy to not have further encounters of this type.
So that's why I talk about this really strange looking thing, and then you realise, oh, it's just a Jaguar without cloaks.
Yeah.
Or a hairless Wookiee. I've had them.
Squig. What are those?
No, squigs are different. Squigs are fluffy.
Unless you use glove grenades.
Oh, yeah.
I did that on a
Yeah.
Wookiee.
Oh, poor man.
And everyone, the rest of the party, basically bought him shorts of various persuasions and kept reminding him he should wear shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Well, he did the whole I'm going to pull myself out of this lock with my strength.
Okay, so
That's his head behind.
right,
Yep.
you're a Wookiee. You're wearing what? A belt. We'll get you one, and we'll put a cloth on it. If you're not going to wear shorts, at least wear the belt.
Well, he agreed to wear
weapons on it.
he agreed to wear the shorts when they promised they would stop laughing.
Go.
A hairless Wookiee is quite something funny to laugh at. And then his hair wouldn't grow back for quite a while.
The problem with those double coats, they just never quite grow back right.
Not when you rip them out by the roots.
Yeah. It's a problem.
Okay.
Why are you bald? My girlfriend needed
Well,
a pillow.
that'll be a clean shave though.
It was. There were lots of comments about how smooth the Wookiee was after that. Smooth as a freshly waxed Wookiee.
Yes, well,
Yes.
other than the injury, he's fine.
Given his propensity to murder things he doesn't like even a little bit, I think we're not going to use Nair on him.
Hey, it's a great Wookiee name.
Well, that's
I
when
wouldn't touch it with a barge pole.
the kids with the chewing gums around are definitely not going to happen near the Wookiee, I'm sure.
Right.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so you could potentially pick up stuff as long as you don't want to spend more than, say, 20 or 30 credits.
Is there anything that looks particularly useful? Do I need to like do a perception check or something?
You may have to perform a miracle to find something useful, but that's completely up to you.
Well, I feel
Yeah, fine.
like in honour or respect of our inventive mechanic Mathis, that maybe paying attention to some of this stuff might not be.
I was going to say, Mavis would like to look for something useful.
Okay, Mathis finds lots of junk and keeps asking people for money.
Is there a new nozzle hose?
He finds something even more dangerous.
Oh no.
He doesn't tell anyone, he just pays credits and takes it.
We're going to say that, and then we'll tell him next time what it was.
Yep. He has a bag of odds and ends he just picks up through a whole bazaar.
Yes,
How
absolutely.
So, yes, how very bizarre.
He has 400 credits.
Oh, 400.
Knowing Steve, he would like to use 300 of those credits to just buy odds and ends.
Sure.
So,
Nothing looks like they work together, but hey, he's an engineer. He can make it work.
exactly.
Enough duct tape and
So,
pressure.
he now has a bag of junk. You know, text him.
Yes, the universe is an engineer's creed. The universe is a toy box full of poorly designed, feature-poor toys.
All there for improving.
Exactly.
That's why they used to stick the knives to the Roombas.
That's what they did in primary school.
Roombas,
Knives to
yeah.
Roombas.
You
Yes.
know, the little
Yeah,
vacuum cleaning
Yeah.
robots.
Put a
Then you
knife
get
on
two
it.
of them, and then
Make
they
it interesting.
power rail.
Make it interesting.
And that has become a meme in so many things since
Yes.
these guys had started doing it.
Yep. Including somebody putting the small cleaning robots in Star Wars. Which was basically a rumble with a knife on it. So, yeah, basically equivalent to a mouse toy with a vacuum cleaner.
TV show where they fight robots.
Yep.
Yeah.
Robots.
Battlebots.
Robot Wars, Battlebots, a couple of others.
Yeah, I was
Friend of
gonna
mine
say
participates.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Wow.
In the micro scale, he's a this big.
That's awesome.
Not the big 100-kilo druggies.
It's good if your grade is completely total.
He calls his squirrel cake
I love it.
because it's got a couple of wheels underneath
Yeah.
and motors and various other things. And then it's got a ring around the outside with teeth on it.
Yeah.
And the whole ring spins.
Yeah.
And then it runs at people.
I love it.
Oh no!
Anyway,
sorry. It's got like 4 teeth on it, and it's basically some of them are for knocking things away, and some of them are for knocking things off. So the teeth face in different directions.
Smart.
Knock away, go over there, do it the right way, and sort of chunk, knock a piece off somewhere.
Sounds awesome.
And it's the big thing with those micro ones is that all of them use 3D printed parts.
And in the background, Mathis says, "Great idea."
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I fully believe that he would be all
So
into
Mathis
battle
is- Yeah. Well, people do.
You do have
Walker combat as well as walker combat.
You do have a R4 droid on the ship. I'm sure he can weaponize it.
Let's go get something cheaper to weaponize that.
Can we sell equipment?
You can sell equipment, but there's not much money here.
The other thing,
Well, there's about 300 credits. Yeah, someone spent it.
yeah,
But that's spread about for the bazaar.
yeah. The problem is these people are ridiculously poor, and we don't have a lot to sell anyway.
And if you sell them your weapons, you're likely to get the equivalent of 10 to 50 credits for a weapon.
Yeah.
That's worth about 400 or 500
And then
credits.
they'll point the weapon at you and take all the money back.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a spare light blaster.
That's not spare.
Yeah,
That's it's not extra.
It is.
Are you sure?
Don't
You've got 2 hands.
because you all will need it.
I've got a heavy blaster and I've got a light blaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each hand.
You run out of ammo on your head.
And you've got a, you also have the blaster rifle from the Stormtroopers.
I don't have
It's
one.
like using a long
I just put it down, everyone grabbed one.
Okay. So, can you use?
You can use 2 weapons at once. The best is to use 2 weapons of the same category.
Yep.
So if they're both ranged light,
Yep.
not much of a penalty. But if you skip 2 different skills, then you've basically take the worst of both skills. So if you've only got 1 rank in ranged light and no rank in ranged heavy, and you've got a ranged heavy and a ranged light, you're firing both of them with no yellow dice.
And what was it? You needed 2 advantages to activate the other one, correct?
That is correct. 2 advantages can make the other one also hit a target.
Punch people.
Okay.
The cat is now masquerading as
Then
a
I
guy.
think you guys are right. I don't have a spare pistol.
Yes. And besides, you can also upgrade both to heavy blasters, and you can also do that down the track. So the fact that you've got 1 now means that you've got room for improvement.
It's a resource for later.
And plus, you're bound to have someone lose their blaster.
Yes,
always
that
that
too.
Because there's a lot of premature firing going on here.
And there's-
So it's not
yeah.
spare, it's party resource.
It is something very common in this game that you drop your weapon or your weapon is thrown across the room or something like that.
That's
so.
why you always carry at least 2 spares.
Yeah. My fist. Alright, anyway.
And amusingly, they actually do put fist combat on there, which is not normal.
Even if you suck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's designed there to say that you can use your fists, it's just not recommended.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, Pash doesn't exactly suck with his fists.
Mathis is
He's not good.
fantastic with his fists.
She is.
Yeah.
And then he has the shock gloves that actually enhance his fist to fist.
It
Yeah.
sounds like
Well,
he
put it
had
this way,
older
yeah.
brothers growing
Yeah.
up, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, like Pash gets 3 dice with his fists, and he only gets a critical injury on 5 bloody successes. It's almost never going to happen.
Mm.
Which is about right for someone who's not trained in fist combat.
Yep. And with unless you've got some form of brawl assisting weapon,
Yeah.
everyone's got 5 to actually crit. Okay, so after you've gone through the bazaar and you've watched Mathis spend
Ridiculous amount of money.
money on absolute garbage as far as you're concerned,
I double check my pockets to make sure I've still got all my credits.
you do. Buraban leads you further away from the busier thoroughfares and knocks on a large metal door. Twalik and code words are exchanged, though he does struggle because he now has a lisp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they use their brain tails, as they call them,
Yeah.
to at Liku is their official name, to do some of their language, and he's missing one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he definitely has a lisp when he's talking.
Might even have a little bit of a stutter as well.
Yes, well, amusingly, droids can perform the same language
Yeah.
with their arms.
Oh, yeah, because...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Strictly humans
Yeah.
could as well, but the thing is, Twi'leks use their arms as well as their leku,
Yeah.
which makes it hard.
But droids seem to be able to compensate.
Yeah.
People can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Which leads me to think that diplomat droids would have tentacles on their heads.
only ones that work with Twi'leks.
And there's a couple of other species use similar things.
Yes,
So
but some
what
have
do
more
we-
than two.
Yeah. So they'd have 4 tentacles.
That have them to match whatever species they're dealing with.
Yeah.
Most likely they'd have extensions.
Yeah.
How many mean today? They've got 6. Okay.
I'll,
Damn.
Exactly.
I'm ready.
I will plug in the extra limbs.
Okay, so after the Cody's given a couple of times, you are led into a spacious room filled with relaxing blue light. No lightsabers, just blue light.
I was going to say, what's the source of this blue light?
Not that sort of blue light, but if you'd like that, we could go that way.
No.
You know, I have no shame when it comes to
No.
that. And the chairs look to be nice and comfortable, considering the ship you've been on was absolutely rank and had food dropped all over all the seating spaces.
Yeah.
And it seems that the Trandoshan drink container wasn't very good at policing his own ship's supplies.
Hmm.
I feel like we should get a fire hose and just like pressure wash that ship out.
No, you now know. Yeah, now you now know what the R4 droid is doing.
The Trandoshan
Yes.
ship sounds like a...
We can get the ship
fraternity
detailed, that'd be
house.
great.
Can I
That's what it sounds like.
go back just one
Actually,
step,
what would work
just
better?
for a brief transaction
Yeah.
and get some, if it's available, some decent quality oil for droid maintenance?
Not from that bazaar.
Okay.
You can get some oil that's probably been overly used and may not actually help or may cause problems, but they will sell that.
Yes. It's been used. What for?
If it
Making
was
chips.
available, I would have got some, but it's not available.
No, at this point it's sort of at least a couple of levels down to get somewhere reputable.
Yeah.
Some settlements don't have reputable.
I know that.
For now,
But
we'll
at
just
least a
go.
couple, yeah.
See
Um,
who's in this blue room.
Yes. Actually, I think the R4 exposing the ship to vacuum and then using a wire brush on the stuff as it dries would do a better job.
Yes, problem is some of it has dried into the ground.
Yeah, that's
And
what the wire
stuff.
brush is for.
So,
Only in metal.
Boroban turns to you and whispers, "This room is occupied by a cell of the organization dedicated to the protection of the interests of common Twi'leks on Ryloth." All in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
We will be safe here. He's short a sentence yet. Must be something wrong with him.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
it sounds like he just talks fast.
He
Yes.
talks very long-windedly.
Yes.
His previous sentences were
At least one.
comma, more, comma, more, comma, more, and we're down the page.
Decided to name him Tolkien.
Yes.
It would have suited him quite well.
Yes.
And the assumption was that the part of him that could be brief and concise was in the part that's been burnt off.
Oh dear.
In
That
which
was
case,
that was that was his break.
I was going to show him lots of patience, but I was already doing it.
Okay, so you were introduced to the militant group of Twi'leks.
Okay.
As 3 Twi'leks and 2 humans
How do we settle?
come in.
Yep.
The leader of the group is Nin Kabler.
Yes.
Yeah. A soft-spoken female Twi'lek with buff-coloured skin.
Buff.
Yeah, it says buff, B-U-F-F.
It's brown.
What's shiny?
He's beige. Because
And
buff is basically a slightly darker beige.
an air of languid
Not know
grace.
that.
Interesting. Language. Right.
She
Yeah.
sounds
It's
like
beige for leather.
my kind of person.
Yes.
She has a small room off the main area
Yeah.
and invites you to rest in the room while she talks to
Excellent.
Bura Ban about his ordeal. And you
We're
give
gonna be
him
there a while.
some fresh food, some fresh bandages.
Looking at the Loki.
Doesn't mean he has to use it, just give him fresh bandages.
Yes.
Yes. Don't eat them.
It's been a while since we've had much to eat that's worth eating, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'll make them.
I was gonna say, based on his condition, we have at least an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so you.
The categories.
Yeah.
So the food is nutritious tasting,
Yay.
Nutritious, tasty.
not particularly pleasant to eat, but it's nutritious tasting.
This is better than Tatooine.
Just like
That's true.
It's what you call the mystery meat broth.
Still better than Tatooine.
Wookiees are
It's-
carnivores or they're vegetarian?
They can do both, but they probably prefer meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like
They
bit
got
like dogs.
sharks,
They're
they
omnivores who
don't
prefer
want to
meat.
eat.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Bit like me.
Yeah, dog.
A omnivore that prefers
Well,
meat.
a bit like most humans.
Because
Yeah.
most of
Dogs
the
are basically human in the dark.
and most of the Twi'leks are shown with sharp teeth as well.
Yes.
So
Oh, yes,
Yeah, they
they're
have.
pointy.
They have incisors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after a brief pause, and to consider what I might be eating, I shrug and
well, mystery meat is always better than telling people what it is.
oh,
Don't worry, it's not as bad as Pathfinder.
Yeah, we don't want to trust the mystery meat Pathfinder.
Oh, it wasn't a mystery meat. They were told what it was.
Oh.
No,
and
we
then they
we
ate
strive
it
to
anyway.
believe that it's mystery meat. That's how
They
they
wanted to believe it was mystery meat.
Yes.
Because the only resource in the town was people.
Yeah.
They had no livestock, but they had lots of meat to sell.
Mystery at all.
It's soylent green.
Exactly.
And they did have a gravesite, but it was overfull, so they didn't use it anymore.
Very cool.
Yeah. Mystery meat is better than whatever we were getting on Shuuta, so
I
it's
would
fine.
presume we need
So,
all the
And usually that's the picture they show that could be representing her, but the colour doesn't match.
Yeah, because that's a,
What colour is the skin supposed to be?
Buff.
that's a like blue.
Her shirt is buff.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So,
You can mix the jacket and the shirt color.
Yeah.
A little
So
bit more
buff, buff is
Yeah,
sun
blue.
dyed suede leather.
she's a pale blue. And I sort of look at some of these descriptions and going, who are you writing for?
Yeah, I wonder that.
They're not writing for the artist, I'll tell you that freaking much.
Well, they're also not writing for the average gaming
Me
group.
too.
Yeah.
Because even if you just stuck to the primary colours, most gamers would understand that and they could interpret or ad lib.
I will say, if they're writing for Americans, buff is a known colour because if you know anything at all about the US Civil War, buff coats were standard equipment. You wore a breastplate and a buff coat, which basically was there as very, very minor armour.
I'll be honest, I did not know it was a color.
No.
Yeah,
Yep,
but it
I
is the colour of a buff coat.
But
I knew it was a thing, but I didn't
I
know
have
it.
182 with pencils.
And
And
Yeah.
was one of them.
they need to come up with different names
Yeah.
for the 50 types of purple you've got.
Yeah, and I just think it would be simpler if they're using not as wordy speak.
Yeah, I agree.
It's called
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah. Okay, so after they finished that, the woman's name, who I've already forgotten,
Although to be honest, buff is
Nin.
better than me to
Nin.
sort.
Yeah.
To
Nin.
sort it as beige.
N-Y-N.
Yeah, she has a cool name, is what she has.
She is languidly graceful.
Not gonna lie, that is probably the coolest
Yeah.
name we've come across. So,
Yeah.
like,
Actually,
So far.
standard public service cardboard folder
is a buff.
That slight brown
Yeah,
colour,
That's
that's buff.
Yeah, yellowy.
They're a
brown.
buff folder.
Yeah.
That's official. That's the official colour for it.
Okay, so
That's-
the
That's a couple of variants of buff, but that one is
Is
the
it?
colour of those folders.
Yeah, it is.
Alright.
so Nin sachets in,
Uh,
And
and she says in quite a heavily French accent.
yeah, French. And there's your buff.
Well, if you watch most of the shows, they seem to have
Yeah.
French accents on them.
Okay.
We are deeply indebted to you for the rescue of our friend. While we have little we can offer you, Bora Band suggested that perhaps you would like to partake in a little business venture once we get our mining operation under control once more.
Oh, well, business is my thing.
And most of that was all one sentence.
Yes.
He leads me to believe that you have some troubles with the same hut boss we suspect of being behind much of our present woes. Is this so?
Quite probably.
Oscar will share what she knows. That, like, as her skill as a bounty hunter, she was loaned out to Timo, and this is where she learned of the Hut conspiracy to take over the mining gains here on Ryla.
Damn huts!
So
Fair.
she did what she could to get her and her compatriots out of there as soon as possible. And Oscar will say that, look, I can't speak for everybody, but I have one main goal here. If I am trying to locate my sister, Makara,
that wasn't hard picking you girls out when you were young.
yeah,
Oscara, Mikara.
exactly. We probably have a
Yeah.
And I'm sure your father's name was Kara.
yeah. Then we probably have a Saikara or even a Alcara. Who knows?
And then you have Bob.
And then Bob. So yeah, so she'll say, look, this is the information I know. My goal is I am trying to find my sister. What if this information is enough? What can you do to help me find her?
Well, she will put out some feelers and let you know.
And then past that, I am willing to do whatever you need until I can locate my sister.
Well, that is good because she was going to ask you another favor. So, yeah, call it a price to find out more about your sister and doing some cleanup on your ship.
Yep.
The miners who worked alongside Buraban in New Mean are coming under increasing pressure from the thugs who own the land nearby. Be they part of the huts, meddling or not, having Bora returned to them as quickly as possible would boost morale and enable us to decide on further action. We can provide you with a speeder with space for Bora and the rest of you. Rest here for the night, but if you could set off in the morning, it would be of great assistance to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like plan.
I'll say as long as you promise that you can help me try to find my sister, I will do this favor for you.
Okay. So, is there anything you need to help you that we might have amongst our limited resources?
So what
Communicators? Do we have communicators?
Some of you do.
Colin?
Yes, we do have those.
Yeah. Yeah, but probably.
What about? Do you think?
What's
Oh,
the
probably
job precisely? Do we know?
transporting Broban out to his group of miners.
Oh, people. Right. So we just gotta get in
It's
there.
a-
Do we have a vehicle?
Yes, they've
Yeah,
given us a
that's quite
vehicle. It's
right.
it's a very basic escort mission.
Okay.
Wait, I say that now. I know that that's not true.
It's an escort quest where you've got to walk at the speed of your escort.
So the
Those
It's not a wild one then.
Yes.
The vehicle that we've got, does it have roof hatch.
You have not seen the vehicle yet because they will show it to you in the morning.
Okay, alright. Well, because she's asking what we need,
Yes.
I want to know, in terms of protecting this person, do they have any, I guess the blaster I got off the stormtroopers, what kind of range does that have?
Better range than any of your other weapons.
Yes, but I mean, is it
Yeah,
it's got long range.
mid-range?
it's mid-range.
Long range.
It's long range?
Oh, sorry, long range. It is.
Stormtrooper rifles are amongst the best weapons in the galaxy.
And I've got my couple of grenades
Yeah.
that I've rescued,
Yeah, there are better specialist weapons,
and
But for an off-the-shelf weapon, it is probably the best weapon in the galaxy.
but yeah.
I guess what I might like, or what I think might be useful is perhaps if maybe we could work with Mathis and who else has the engineering type skills?
Mathis is the main engineer, but you do have everyone can do mechanics of some
Maybe
sort.
just maybe we can come up with a little bit more extra armor for Barra. What's his name again?
Buraban.
Buraban. Maybe we can come up
Like,
with
you mean the
something.
stormtrooper armor that's back on the ship?
You didn't take any of the armor with you.
I was just thinking maybe some sort of
Okay.
I thought I grabbed this sword.
basic chest and back.
How many? You took the stormtroopers all the way to the ship?
Yeah, but just one. I didn't, because
Otherwise it would be weird.
well,
It might not be there when they finish their cleaning.
Anyway, just sort of basic chest and back that we can use to protect him, because if people take pot shots at him, he might last a bit longer.
They can see what they can round you up.
good point. They wouldn't have to have any Wookiee armor, would they?
She pats you on the arm and says, well, we don't really want to make armor out of Wookiees. It's not really our thing.
I get that flashback to having to burn those 4 pelts. And I'm already angry because I've taken a critical wound.
But just imagine if you had brought the pelts to her, she could have made Wookiee armor.
That would
Yep.
be a little bad.
That's when I
Yeah.
murdered her, Your Honour.
Well, you could have been wearing other clans on you.
What's he doing? He's dressed in provocative. How can you tell? He's wearing a coat made of Wookiees and transitions.
So I'll take that as a no Wookiee armor.
No.
No, she doesn't have any armor for Wookiees.
How would you how would you go about potentially changing armor for stormtroopers for a different race?
Technically, they should fit because you're of the same rough size category.
Yeah, not really.
Well, apart from the helmet.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because
So,
the rest of it's
the
unlinked plate.
Bodysuit should pretty much stretch, and then you just have lots of black with little bits of white. So think of it as bikini wear from Stormtrooper armor.
I was going to say.
Yeah, and some little tufts of hair coming out of
that'd
certain
be
areas.
scary.
Size of,
So you need,
broadly.
You'll have this little white patch in the center with this big black outline around it, and the little hands and a little bit on the thing, a little bit on the shoulder, these big gaps of black with just the little bits in the legs.
So you're telling me I can wear stormtrooper armor?
Yeah.
yeah, the undersuit stretches.
Yes.
And then the other stuff just clips onto the undersuit.
That's
Just that.
It's not connected plates.
It just looks weird.
Yes, you're
Yes,
probably
So
going to
yeah,
get a
Wookiee
couple
looks
of.
weird.
Yeah,
You'll be the stretched stormtrooper.
but you'll be an armoured Wookiee that looks weird.
Okay. My character just in
That's
general
your board, is
says,
it?
right, so the next stormtrooper we deal with, I'm taking their armor.
Okay, fine.
Did you just say you dragged them up into the...
Yes, but you left it on the ship being cleaned.
Yeah, it may not be there when I get back.
By this stage, the Empire has already reached Ryloth.
They have had been at Ryloth since the Empire took over.
Yep.
They never left Ryloth.
And buying
Do you
dances.
think it's
Oh,
like
that's true.
you
They were
have
actually,
slaves?
yeah, no, when it was the Separatists, they were dealing with.
Yes.
They were here during Order 66
Yep.
and never left.
Yep. Because everyone wants to play dancing girls.
And at some point, Darth Vader and the Emperor both came together to put them in their place.
Obviously they needed it.
Well, both of them travelling together to deal with something says how much they wanted it kept.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Does Ryloth have resources though?
Drugs. It has drugs.
It's fine.
Drugs and slave girls.
Yeah.
From the Emperor's perspective, the drugs were the important part.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, drugs are incredibly useful.
Yes. Especially when trying to take control of things like criminal gangs.
If you're trying to keep
That's-
control over...
Well, aside from maybe armor for Burin Bar?
Birdman?
Burin.
I'm gonna eventually remember it. The only thing I can think of that we might need is, do we know how long the escort's gonna be? Like,
Nope.
details come in the morning? We can't.
Well, she basically walked out after telling you what she was going to do.
Oh, okay, because when she said, is there anything you need, she didn't wait.
Well, she waited to see and then
Does
Okay,
left not long after.
okay, because I was trying to get some information.
She wasn't very informative.
Okay, alright.
does Vex
Just wait.
need a reload of grenades?
I've only got 2.
I believe we've still stocked up from the stuff that we got off the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
So, if you really want to see how much you can carry, it actually does tell you there how much you can carry.
And
Currently I've got 3 stun grenades at the moment.
So for the purposes of who we got here, the droid, if he's carrying the blaster rifle and the 3 stun grenades, that's the limit of what he can carry. He can't take the med kit, he can't take the light blaster.
right.
So which page do you want for that? That's for weapons and
That should be a blaster pistol.
So the reason I have
That is the light blaster. Everyone picked up a stormtrooper blaster rifle because they said everyone picked up the stormtrooper blaster rifle.
Okay. So I need a backpack.
we might have to put some
Backpacks are not
off on
available.
to disguise them.
okay, so
So is that purely weight that is stopping him from doing it, or the fact
Bulk,
that
bulk and all that sort of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, okay.
So we
It's supposed to be weight and bulk together combined to call them a form of encumbrance.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, so we couldn't do something inventive like I don't know, grab an old jacket and turn it into a kind of backpack. The encumbrance is kind of finite.
Well, you can
Based
pretty
on
much
your-
stuff them in pockets and stuff, but this is basically how much you have available to you.
Yeah.
Like Sasha can carry 7 points of encumbrance.
Yeah,
And I can do
but
that.
I was asking in terms of game mechanics. Say a player wanted to just roleplay going back to that market or looking around to find an old jacket and old blanket and fashioning that into a backpack of sorts. Could they, by that means, therefore increase their encumbrance because they found a role-playing way to carry more stuff?
Possibly, but no one was interested in
Yeah.
that at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
The other thing
it's-
is, I think it would be an actual constructed backpack would give you a bonus because it's constructed to do that.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is how to carry lots of small objects without pockets.
I'm more talking
Yeah.
about whether or not, from a mechanics point of view, a player could role-play a way to get themselves a backpack of sorts.
Oh, you probably could.
If-
It's
if
just roll well.
They needed to. And of course, I can't do it right now. We've already gone through the markets and we're here. I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
next time I go through markets full of junk, well, maybe that's something I could think of doing if it's worthwhile doing.
You can. Though you
Half
really
a
have to
blanket.
consider, did you take the blaster rifle or the slug thrower rifle?
Well, that was going to be my next question because I think
The slug thrower rifle is heavier than the blaster rifle.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to just give up a slug thrower rifle. I presume it's worth a fair bit.
You could have left it on the ship.
I was going to say, is it
Be
alright
careful
to
about leaving it on the
store
ship,
it
though. It may
on
not be there when you get back.
on the ship in... he had
Depends how much the Air
secret
Forcemen gamble.
compartments, so...
You could have stored it in the place where the Wookiee pellets were.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no one would hide. No
It's
one would look in there.
undesirable, but still,
Yeah.
probably the best.
Might give
place
it a
to
funky
be.
smell afterwards.
I'll have to get it properly cleaned. But I'll presume that my slug thrower is on the ship. Okay.
Because that would have been, if you had been carrying both, you would have been 3 black dice on all brawn and agility checks.
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking about the backpack.
Because it's 1 black dice for every point you're over
But
your
that's-
maximum.
Yeah, but that's where you do what you do in a situation like this, which is get the people with muscles and ask them to carry stuff.
So,
And the other thing is you can also get gear that gives you better loading,
Yeah, that's what I
and
was
you can
talking
also
about.
have bags that you can drop.
Yeah.
So it's like I have a carry bag and I just drop the carry bag. So it's not the backpack that I've always got on. I drop it, I
Yeah.
do stuff, I then pick it up.
so where's the actual encumbrance recorded on here?
It's not on that one. This is me actually telling you
Oh,
what the actual
okay.
encumbrances
Yeah.
You
are.
said that
He's
you
got it
had
on the-
sheets.
He's got it on the on-screen ones.
Mm.
Okay, so it's just digitally. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, if I was to carry the slug thrower, would that be a reasonable
Well,
compromise?
we'll have a look at what the Wookiee has available to him because he may not have that space.
What's your strength?
No,
You're
he's
not wearing
carrying
armor.
Vibroax and he's
So you have 9 encumbrance that you can carry.
And you're presently carrying how much
The
stuff?
vibro axe and the blaster rifle and the blaster pistol all add up to your encumbrance.
Ah.
Not counting the second blaster pistol. The second blaster pistol would put you over.
Yeah, the Vibroax makes up for a lot.
So you definitely have a lot of
Yeah.
weight on you carrying all the extra weapons.
I'll
Might be worthwhile sticking to the pistol and your Vibroax and the small items. Because the pistol's there to allow you to get close enough to use the axe.
And technically you can dual wield the axe and blaster pistol.
Or even better.
Really?
There are rules for that, and I know how to do that.
Your biffy strength.
Does that mean I can still carry the grenades I picked up as well?
They count as small items, do they?
No, each grenade counts as 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Hasn't the Wookiee got the
Punch.
Stormtrooper belt, utility
It's meant
belt?
to be.
Ross, you said the Stormtrooper utility belt was there. There is no Stormtrooper utility belt.
this game doesn't have them on the.
I said they only had the blaster rifle.
There was a
Ah,
blaster rifle and there was
Yeah.
some grenades that I picked up from somewhere.
Someone was using them and we got some
I think
left
someone
over.
was using them.
The droid had 3 grenades.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're 1 encumbrance each.
Yeah. Did I get?
Yeah.
And one of them has been used, so you have 2 available.
Because I've got 2 grenades.
Yeah, but I got
Yeah.
got picked up at the replacement one for the Stormtrooper stuff when we.
Again, you're saying the Stormtroopers had grenades when
Yeah.
they may have it in the rule book for the actual stat block that you're referring to,
Do not need
but the
that.
encounter did not have them.
Oh, okay.
So obviously they weren't issued them.
Yes.
Okay. 'Cause I was-
It's unfortunate when you look at the actual stat blocks for things that it doesn't give you what's always available in game.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'll leave the blaster rifle behind.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the heavy pistol because that's still a light weapon, and I'll take the vibro axe. I'll leave the light pistol behind, and that should, I think,
Give enough room to take the sniper rifle.
yes.
Slug thrower.
If you're happy with that, Miranda.
Yeah, no, well, it depends on how useful.
Well, it means that between you each have access to a ranged weapon for a sniper
I think
perspective.
it's a good idea to hold on to them.
And having a switch between energy and projectile is also useful.
Yeah,
Because
that's pretty
the most powerful sniper rifles in the game combine energy and physical.
which is nice.
Well, I just thought if we're going to be
Yep,
able to
which
continue
includes
to run,
a,
we should probably have as
rookie bowcaster.
many
A rookie
ranged
bowcaster.
weapons as we can.
Yeah, I asked about that. Where do I get my bowcaster?
Well, when you buy enough junk, like from the junk place.
From Keshik, and enough money to buy
Yeah,
a small
but
vehicle.
it doesn't
Oh,
carry
really?
the explosive
Yeah, that's
grenade
it.
as demonstrated in the 7th movie.
Yes, there's difference with other stuff there, but you can build a bowcaster out of junk. All the bowcasters are always built out of junk. You can never buy a bowcaster because that's part of the Wookiee thing is they make their own.
So Steve,
Right.
just
No,
to
no.
make it back next
That's
week,
Yeah.
that
Wookiee lightsaber.
300
Nice.
credits worth of junk, he'll turn that into a bowcaster.
It really is
If it's
like
not-
like a lightsaber for Wookiees.
Oh, this is fire thrower, yeah.
A bowcaster with a mounted lightsaber on the front is a bad idea.
There's actually a sniper rifle that uses lightsabers
That's
as its power core,
That's
Oh yeah, I heard about that one.
and it basically burns the lightsabers out to do
Yeah,
that.
it uses them as ammunition.
Interesting. That's actually kind of cool.
One of the forbidden weapons in the Jedi Vault. Okay, so come morning, Nin advises you that a friend from the spaceport has let her know that 3 hours ago a craft arrived from Tatooine. He saw a human and a Gans disembark and negotiate with spaceport staff about the keep of the craft before he was called away to perform a scheduled maintenance job. I'm afraid that's all the information is gathered together, but you may want to keep your eyes open.
Do
Be wary about the Gand.
basically do any of us recognize?
I said be wary of the Gan, because Gan have a reputation for finding things without knowing what they are.
What a
Yeah.
gang.
A species with big eyes and force use in their ability to track.
Yeah. Your general Gand is known as a findsman because they're really good at finding stuff. A lot of them are bounty
They're an
hunters.
insect race as such.
They're the ones who are found off planet and normally the findsmen.
Yeah.
And there are very few findsmen left on planet because there's very little to find on planet.
Yeah. There's no work for it. Not here anyway.
They basically became what made the peace of their people because these miraculous findsmen were able to solve all issues
Yeah.
and weren't in power.
Yeah. Because they could find what was necessary to fix the problem at hand.
And they were all doing it from the servant perspective of the people and not trying to charge for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still reckon that's a possibility.
It is a
It
possibility.
is a possibility. It's not trainable by somebody else, however. It's not
Yeah.
learnable.
It can be learnt by others. The rules are around there for it, but it's not a easy thing to learn someone else's abilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say, in any of our work, do any of our characters recognize this pair?
Doesn't ring any bells to you at this stage.
Okay.
Could quite literally be anyone.
Okay. So, we're gonna try to move quickly and quietly
Mm-hmm.
and leave as little trace behind as possible. Oscara says, looking directly at Mathis.
Mm-hmm.
If this thing is going to find us regardless, is it not worth us finding it first, dealing with it?
It's basically the equivalent of it can find things, people think they're cool, but no one really knows the specifics about it.
Yeah.
So
It's
far,
like Wookiees have a reputation for being able to repair anything. You have no mechanics, you can't really repair anything, but people will assume you can fix anything that's broken. It's that sort of thing.
so
It's like it can find stuff, it's good at finding
I was
stuff.
going to say, it's kind of like everyone thinks that anyone in IT can fix every IT problem.
Mm.
If it's an APT problem, you can fix it, can't you?
Yeah. So
Just hit it with a hammer, that will fix
they
it.
came from
That
Tatooine.
actually used to be valid for me.
They came from Tatooine. We can assume they work for the Hutts,
Mm.
but we don't have to assume that they are here looking for us. But we still do not want to cross paths
Mm.
or make ourselves aware.
They could also be bounty hunters looking for,
What's his face?
forgotten already.
Baraban.
Baraban. And
So that's why we need to move him out of here as quickly as possible.
yeah, I was going to say that makes, perhaps, when Nin gives us this news, I'll ask her if she just, if there's somewhere I can get a disguise kit or something, maybe some way we can,
Yeah.
a hood or something.
Prosthetic
put on-
tentacle.
Well, most of them will be most of you will be wearing hoods going out into the surface
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not the place you go uncovered.
yeah.
Mm.
And it just looks at the Wookiee with pity.
I'm not beyond getting a great
I've had
big
worse.
You're in
puffer thing
Tatooine, of
and
course you've had worse.
Yeah.
turning
Mm.
Baraban a different colour or something like that. Is that
Just unlike Tatooine, the dust storms here are a lot hotter. So think almost melted snow hitting you, the melted sand hitting you, not the hot sand.
That sounds
How does that work?
terrible.
The sand is so hot it's actually liquefying.
So you
Turning
likely
to glass.
burst into flames.
Yep. That's
No.
if you hit the border transitioning between light and dark of Ryloth. That's along the
That-
entire
Terminator.
Terminator.
Yes, no, yeah, and it can get a bit weird.
And
I
so-
think we need to move out of here as quickly as possible. No dilly-dallying, just go.
Yeah.
Okay, so as they have not described your vehicle in one shape or form, I've actually been trying to look for the description of the vehicle.
Right. What's it called?
A vehicle. That's the only name it gives
A
you.
vehicle.
Right. So it's a box with enough seats in it for us and a repulsor lift drive.
That's close enough.
Jabba's slave
Yeah.
barge.
But I got that really
No, that's a
cool,
cargo barge.
cool blue
Yeah.
vehicle
Well,
and made
cargo
sure
barge, slave
that,
barge.
that it was seeable.
Safe
Yes,
cargo.
but that's a little too cool for where you're going.
Aww.
No mounted weapons.
No mounted weapons.
Boo!
I feel hard done by.
Yeah.
Entirely valid.
Hoping to use my gunnery skill on
So
someone.
the description of it's a land speeder. So technically that is closer
That's
to
on the front.
what you've got, but it has no weapon on it.
Oh, well, poo.
Yeah.
It's a larder.
No, that's a V-dub. Actually, no, that's a that's actually quite a reasonable vehicle. Those things.
Mm.
They're okay.
The non-military version is a luxury vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Well, all the Naboo stuck weapons on luxury things.
Well, of course they did because that's what they had. Poor people didn't need vehicles.
It's like sticking set of lights on a Lamborghini,
Yeah.
like they do in areas like the Arabian areas.
Yep.
And
or the Italians
Yeah.
for the police
Yeah.
because they use Lambos.
Yes.
Because they can, two, they freaking need to.
well, if you can't catch the bad guy, then there's no point chasing them.
Exactly, that's why they drive Lambos
Yes.
with police suspensions on them.
Yep. Can always outdo the stock model.
Exactly.
Yes, they do get outrun by some vehicles, but not very many.
Okay, so to make our pilot's job easier, they've mapped in the coordinates of where you need to go. It's a drive by numbers.
Oh, they just made it a
That's
general
just-
piloting.
Yeah.
Oscara
what
would offer.
piloting, piloting's my thing.
Wait, no.
I've got.
Yeah, you're the better pilot.
I was
Yeah.
going to say Pasha has got the best piloting, and I've got fairly good
Yeah.
piloting behind me.
And
I've
then
got,
Oscar's the
Um,
second.
So who's shotgun? Who's
I've
gonna
got a
grab the
yellow
green?
and two greens.
I got a
Oh.
shotgun.
Yellow and two green sounds good. What have you got?
Oscara has 1 yellow, 3 greens.
4. Top pilot.
If I upgrade, I can get.
Planetary pilot?
So
Me? No.
I think.
Yeah.
Did you say 1 yellow and 3 for piloting?
for Oscar, yeah. She just offered gunnery instead last time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the shotgun can't actually offer any assistance to the driver.
Right. So they're not actually co-driving at all.
What was that?
Before you sit down, which one's my right?
Well,
Okay, so
actually,
things
being
probably-
shotgun,
this-
she'd be
okay,
driving
so
actually
I-
Page
shotgun
4 and 5.
My
because the person with somebody with a weapon next to me would be favourite.
and
Yeah, I'm
So,
happy to play it.
having the merc type in, yeah. Or you. You don't need to pilot for
all
the
of those
for
No, she
flying
won't.
shotgun.
She done.
I just wanted to simplify it for this session.
She'd be much better at the shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that I put them all into the site, I can reset the character very easily.
Yeah.
So if I want to do the same characters again at some point, it's just I comment a couple of lines out and it's back to normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, I'm not shotgun. Twi'lek, bounty hunter.
He's doing shotgun as in she's actually got a gun and is sitting next to the driver.
Mm.
True shotgun.
Yes. Skilled jockey.
The one thing you'll need to be aware is the Imperial blaster rifle would have trouble with Imperials if you saw them.
Yes, which is why I was thinking of
Oh, what? They're an illegal weapon unless you're actually a stormtrooper.
People
it's a
can
pure military weapon.
people can run around with them,
Mhm.
but you need to have
Appropriate licenses.
licenses.
Yeah.
And each of the weapons you have would have a serial number.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Don't
you'd
get
be
caught.
traceable.
Mm-hmm. So they'll know where they were lost.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yes, yes it is.
It's a sci-fi setting where a lot of things are done on genetics, which is just horrible.
Yes, especially taking into account there was a short period where there was basically some human religious fanatics who managed to take over a lot of the galaxy, which is one of the reasons why humans are so widespread and why they're so much in power in some places. There was a rabid militant theocracy that lasted most of 1,000 years.
You'd think people would have learned.
Oh,
They were powerful enough to just squash anyone who got in the way, and there wasn't enough organised people.
Mm.
There wasn't a rebellion against them. And well, there was eventually, but
Okay, so they did have some comments in here that if the characters were not absolutely sure they killed Trex, he comes back.
okay.
I'm pretty sure
I think we're a little sure.
yeah, something to do with the skull.
We
on
just-
the ball.
There was an entire paragraph of how to bring him back.
So,
I
Rex
know,
has
well,
been
That'd be hilarious.
To be fair,
I'm still cleaning his skull and he turns up and I'm like,
he's been with us the whole
What the hell
time.
happened?
you killed my brother!
I
Yes.
had that in Greyhawk game.
So Rex fronts up instead of
That
Trex.
guy,
Yes.
I was from some culture that took heads as trophies
Mm.
and fucking got himself resurrected. So the final encounter, where it's just social stuff, he's up there basically having won functionally, and I'm standing in front of him with his head wiped out.
It could be worse. You could be pulling out the head to talk with.
That's not something I was doing.
I was playing a Verpine who didn't have a head like everyone else and was using a head he found to talk to people.
I love
And
that.
3 sessions in, we came across the person who was the wife of the head. And so, talking to everyone, my character pulls out their head and starts talking to the. Everyone's going, and it took,
Yeah.
took 3 whole sessions to set it up.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
And the screaming began.
Oh, yeah, everyone was like, that's horrific. It's like, why?
That's why it's funny.
Because they had not objected once to him doing it up until that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's a role-playing thing. Is you say why, they get to explain it, and if it works, it works.
And they had to explain to him that he was not to use dead people's heads. So he then started to grab droid heads and tried to make them into some sort of talkie-talkie.
No, that's valid.
It's funny.
Except he didn't actually turn the droids off, so they could actually talk as well.
Yeah, Sweetor has a Wookiee. He didn't have an offsider, but he did have the head of a diplomat droid or interpreter droid around his neck. So there's this droid head here.
I've got droid bling.
Yeah. But
no,
it turns out they were friends.
Yeah. What's the Buck Rogers
The droid was
doctor
fine.
again?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember his name from the Buck Rogers one.
Yeah.
But it was basically a brain that was just flashy lights.
Right. Something like that.
Alright, so.
Okay, so yes, you've gotten into your vehicle. Some of you are going to have to sit uncomfortably while the pilot and the shotgun have the seats with seat belts.
Okay.
Here I was hoping my 1 gold and 2 green would help, but alas, I will be sitting uncomfortably.
I'll sit in the back.
Yep. Doing the hang on for dear life.
As you.
I feel like Mathis should fashion us all seatbelts. He bought lots of junk.
Yes, but his version of the seatbelt might not be something you can get away from.
Yeah, it'd probably catch on fire.
That's okay.
Don't worry, he got Glock grenades.
Oh yeah.
He'll just stick the Wookiee in place.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Bad. Several bads.
you have been speeding above the surface of the Ryloth Badlands for a few hours,
Wow.
following the directions that should take you to the real lane. As you travel further from the spaceport, the terrain becomes increasingly hazardous. Piles of loose rocks and jutting stone spurs litter the ground. To continue, you'll either have to slow the speeder to a crawl or risk a collision.
Okay, slow down.
What you mean? You don't want to be super ace flyboy and show them just how well you can navigate dangerous terrain in a.
Good, but I'm not stupid.
That's right. We don't have Steve here this week.
Exactly.
Oh! So
Steve, the pilot, would have been doing just that.
Yeah. Steve.
Oh no, bad ground, let's go
car driver
faster.
does that.
And we have people in our actual Star Wars game who do that.
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm presuming their skills are high enough to make it worthwhile.
No.
Oh,
No.
dear.
That's why it's funny.
So they crash a lot.
That's why I asked you in those terms, because some of them go, yeah, we'll do that.
The key.
So you're leading them on.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely. The key of
It's for everyone else's humor.
the key of the Star Wars game is do whatever you think is gonna be funniest.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
That's
this is
generally
actually
true.
awful. It's a natural disaster.
Okay, so yes, you managed to navigate the rocks without difficulty by slowing down. It was a 2 purple piloting check to navigate it otherwise.
So good as I am, it would still have been.
It's always risky to make a roll. Any time there's a negative dice, it's a risk.
Yeah.
Even if it's 1 negative dice, because I have rolled all blank on dice before.
Right.
And I did that on 8 dice that came up blank. There's only 1 blank side on each dice.
Yeah.
It's been done.
It's not very likely, very improbable, but it is possible.
Right.
As you move your way around the rocky outcroppings and boulders, you notice that the cliffs rise above you. A tall bluff of rough red stone stands to your right, surrounded by more piles of loose rubble.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get ambushed, are
Of course. That sounds like a great plan.
we? No, sounds like a terrible idea.
It's
It
Star
sounds
Wars.
like the perfect plan.
If you're not getting ambushed, something worse is about to happen.
Someone mined the road.
Okay,
Yes.
so as the Wookiee called out ambush, the Wookiee gets to make a perception check.
Do it.
Perception.
For those of us
Too
who were
green.
about to call out ambush but didn't quite get there.
Then
Yeah.
you're welcome to make a perception check too, but
Yes.
I thought I would give it to the person who actually did
Call it.
No,
call
that's
it.
fine.
So that would be 3 purple.
And I'm happy to leave it just with Peter if that's.
2 chances. Buckley saying none.
You have a chance. Go for it.
1 green dice is enough to succeed. Not
But
in this
not
case,
really. So the answer-
Okay. So, you're fascinated by these rocky outcroppings. Just something about them is singing to you.
I'm looking high, and the ambush is actually low.
And it may just be that you probably ate something that didn't agree with you, but who knows? But you feel really good about it because of the advantage.
Just gonna come and look at my perception.
The advantage?
Yes, you got an advantage.
Oh.
An advantage and 3 fails.
Mm.
And they're considered net fails because no result is a failure.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Well, not enough of a success to be useful. Same thing, really.
So that perception comes just under perception. It's not vigilance or anything like that.
Just a perception.
So that's 1 yellow, 2 green, and I'll upgrade.
Yeah.
So I can
gonna
add
upgrade?
Yeah, I'll upgrade. So
can add a blue dice to Sasha because Sasha has macro binoculars.
I do.
I'm
just
driving.
The blue.
Which means
And then
they
whatever
use
mark-
technology to help you see things.
Is it 3 purple mark?
Yeah, Martin.
3 purple, yes.
Yes.
Very-
I'm driving, so I'm not going to put enough
Just trying to figure out
concentration
what
in this
the
to actually check
cat was
check
doing.
thing.
He's running around, so
He's in the
there's
TV.
Yeah.
a chance he's
Poop somewhere.
I'll take
It's always nice to find little nuggets
a
in
lot of
places.
blanks, a lot of failures.
Nice, he's getting
I
close.
think I might have 1 success out of that.
What are you doing, Kitty?
I'm just gonna go check his Twitter.
Okay. So that is a 1 net success, or 1 success.
Well, that works out well for me.
Uh,
Does it?
just give me a sec.
Take time.
So something at the base of the rocky bluff catches your eye.
Yeah.
Pile of loose rocks partially obscures a dark passage, the entrance to a cave in the bluff. A large round insect-like head appears
Yep.
for a split second before quickly ducking back, and that was what Sasha saw.
I recognise that as the thing that you described earlier.
You would suspect that would be the Gand, who is the findsman who found something.
Okay, so I will alert our people that the GAN has spotted us.
My Wookiee says, I told you we should have dealt with it before now.
Maneuvers or fight or
There's a good chance the Gand may have actually found you, even if the tracking device was not on the ship when you arrived here.
Oh yeah, what I
Hence
mean
the
is we should
force
have
powers.
dealt with it, as in
Teamwork.
killed it before we headed off.
So. Alrighty. So.
Okay, I look confused at the Wookiee. We didn't even know the GAN existed at the time.
You did when you left with the speeder.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
A short stop off to murder the Gand and the whatever crew we could find of the ship, and we wouldn't be having these problems.
How
Murder.
supposedly close are we to where we're going?
You're not sure. It says there's still many more markers to get through.
Eat it. There's no sugar, low carbs. If you want it. Poor
Any
friendly.
good choices?
Poor
Oh,
friendly.
many stuffs.
Kesley friendly.
Thank you.
Did you want anything in addition?
So, question comes: do we keep going, or we stop and deal with this?
Well,
Is any of us good at shooting while moving?
I would have to say from most of your perspectives, if you continue, you will be hard pressed to respond and be very much a target.
Yep.
Yeah. Better not getting attention pointing in our direction as well.
You probably can't go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And they may actually be skilled enough to take out your vehicle.
Yeah. And almost definitely would as step one.
yeah.
Or set up booby traps.
So
Yeah,
I guess this means
that's
we
true.
have to deal with it now.
I think so.
Alright. Do any of us have any experience with dealing with this?
I can
From the other side, yes.
I would then. We're gonna stop him. We're gonna. Pew pew.
You,
Oh, wait,
you,
no,
you would
sorry.
basically you'd shoot the biggest one first. So you'd take out the Wookiee. Then you would probably take out the whoever looks like the medic, so the droid, and then work your way through the less important people until your target is left for you to capture.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I want to be the target.
I might push Buraban
Down.
down in the back seat and try to use my body to cover him, but not put my back to, like, I'm basically going to sit on him. So the bullet has to kind of get through me before it gets through him, unfortunately.
That's okay. You are on a flammable device. Enough
The-
shots into a land speeder will cause it to blow up.
Yes, well,
Because American
that's
technology.
That's going to be my first instinctual reaction to seeing it and then calling out warning to the others, so that hopefully he doesn't get a headshot off. If this comes to an issue, then he gets a go before we do.
You probably think that there is a capture alive order on him.
Yep.
Because they would have just shot the vehicle while you were traveling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's see how.
Because if they were to shoot the vehicle while it's traveling, there's a good chance it would kill the guy.
Yeah.
So you're now going to do the equivalent of zigzags as a driver?
Defensive maneuvers.
Serpentine.
I'll be doing. Well, yes, because it's sort of try not to be shot.
Looking at the terrain ahead, there's not enough room to zigzag.
It's going to involve manoeuvring anyway. I will just take account of the terrain, and that's going to make us hard enough to hit. So I'm going to do one thing: don't hit a rock, and hopefully whoever's on that gun over there isn't very good at determining where I'm going to be based on rocks. You guys get to deal with that.
Tactically, your bounty hunter would basically take you out the moment you started moving the vehicle again.
So
Yeah,
we
because
stop now?
You stopped when you were. This is when you were just getting over some rocks.
yeah.
Then
Okay.
So yeah,
are we doing
don't move.
initiative or roll?
Well, at the moment, no one's doing anything that is time dependent. That's when you say I pull and shoot that we start going into initiative.
Well, is there any cover?
Currently, the vehicle's the best cover you've got.
Okay.
And you can literally crawl under it.
Okay. So maybe pull your van out instead of putting under the vehicle. Or behind
Find
on
a
the
rock.
far side of the vehicle to where we saw the.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
path is basically taking you through a canyon between two sets of cliffs. And the canyon is barely wider than your speeder.
So she only noticed the bug guy,
You
not
would
the,
expect there's more.
not the person that came with. So
The van.
There's at least one other person.
that we know of. Not so there may be more than that. So we just need to
And-
keep a lookout on all sides.
You do know the hut has a Dan Feinsman in his employee, and he has his pile of expendable retainers.
We'll show them
We're
how
gonna have to-
expendable they really are.
We're going to have to expend some of them.
And he is not above, if he's killing a target, to just kill everyone with the target. He's not a subtle attacker.
Yeah.
So that's why you think he's here to capture, not kill.
So I'm gonna make him my primary target and let the others know to keep a look.
That was, if it was you, you'd probably stick the other Twi'lek in front of you as a shield.
Yeah.
Because if he's trying to keep him alive, then he's less likely to shoot at you.
To be honest, I really think it would have been a good idea to have a decoy Twi'lek set up, but That would be hard because of the missing. Is it Leku?
Leku.
Leku. Hey, I
Because Leku is so much nicer than the original Brain Tales.
yeah. Like, I'm trying to give respect to the
And both Twilight and Leku came from Western Games
Yeah.
game books.
I let them know last week about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because George Lucas just described them and never gave them names.
with Barrow on the outside of the eagle and to the side. I won't aim at anything because I need to aim at, but I will get my own ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was very much into giving individuals names, but not worrying about species too much.
Yep.
He deliberately has never ever named Yoda's species.
Mm-hmm.
And he specified that.
Alright, so what are the rest of us doing?
Okay, so most of you can switch your Imperial rifles into sniper mode,
Okay.
which is, well, you've got one that's already in that mode, but it can't shoot as far as the Imperial blasters.
Does it need to fire as far as the Imperial blasters?
Yes.
It depends on how far away everyone is. Most of them are up canyon walls.
I'll go for a closer one.
And you only saw one place where one was. He might have other outputs. Or he may have mined part of the path, which is something that a Scarra would do as well.
Yeah, Iron Mine disables the transport.
And kills any technology they have on them at the same time. Too bad if they have any prosthetic organs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you guys?
Of course, I'm using mostly from what a bounty hunter would do.
I'm having moral debates right now in my head.
But of course, if you switch the Imperial Blaster Rifle has an extending stock, which allows you to get better aim.
Yeah.
Well, I left mine behind.
Sight.
I mean, for the other people.
Yeah. So
You could pretty much hand the one you have over to the droid who potentially carried the one he had.
Yeah.
Oh no, the droid's going to want to use his. He carried it.
I don't think he's very good with it.
Yes, I am better at that than lying.
I'm slightly better than him.
Right. Yeah, that's my job.
Still have no training in it, but yeah, I'm better at
Okay.
shooting than.
Yeah. I'm the public relations
No,
guy.
I will let
Mm.
Sasha cover the other Twi'lek, and I will just start taking aim,
Mm-hmm.
not using him as a body cover as much as I want to.
Oh, it's rather fitting.
Yeah. No, I won't do that. I'll just shoot them first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll try for as best as I can tell for what I would do. I would move everybody into what I believe is defensible positions and start taking aim towards what we know and keep a lookout for others.
Well, you're expecting to shoot left, right, forward, and back.
Yup.
Right.
Which means technically the only truly defensible spot is underneath the vehicle.
Okay.
Which is where Sasha pushed your Buraban.
And that's only going to be for a short period of time.
Yeah.
While the vehicle takes hits.
While the vehicle is still powered, it's the only safe spot.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if the vehicle loses power.
Yeah, well, it's more likely to blow up than just lose power and fall down. Not that that's reassuring.
Okay, so from up the cliffs, you hear a voice from one of the humans echo down. Halt! Stay where you are and drop your weapons. And weapon sort of echoes for a little while longer after that. And we are agents of the local imperial authorities, and you are suspected of real smuggling. I repeat, stay where you are and drop your weapons. And weapons just seems to echo again for a while.
Right, so hide behind the rock and shoot back.
Well, the fact that we've got Imperial weapons doesn't help.
Yeah, well,
Standing in clear view, this person.
Nope, they're yelling it from up the cliffs.
Okay.
Because they're not stupid and sticking their head out to be shot off.
Using my macro binoculars, can I see any better where they might be coming from?
Okay.
Do I need to roll perception again?
It will be a second roll.
Shit, I left my tray over there.
It's 2 yellow for you, isn't it?
2 yellow if I upgrade.
That's an upgrade.
You upgrade.
And 1 green.
Yep.
Pass that over to Ariad to roll.
Oh, jeez. Thank you. One, two, three, four. Failures, but 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. I think it's just going to end up being an advantage with nothing much there.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
I think it's just going to end up being one advantage.
Didn't help with my hand spasm, but
Okay, so yes, you're sure that that there's at least another human up there somewhere.
yeah.
Not sure if it's in the same cave as the Gand, but
we'll see.
hopefully not.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. Hopefully we'll discover that there's absolutely nobody there, and the whole thing's a recording.
I will ask one of my. I will pass my macro binoculars to whoever puts their hand up as being next to me and say, I can't see anything from this point.
I
Turn
would-
at you.
Yeah,
I would
what's your
like to try.
perception skills like?
It's me. I would like to try.
Me.
Because I think my next thing is I want to try negotiation skill.
Right.
So I want to try perception first.
What's your perception like?
1 yellow, 3 green.
Nice.
So pretty good.
Yeah.
If you upgrade,
You gonna upgrade as well?
Yeah, why not? And then.
Well, using the borrowing the binoculars,
Yep. So
Yeah.
that.
and then the.
Yep.
That's quite a lot of advantages and successes.
Yep.
Okay, so looking up there, you can see that he has a crew of 7.
Oh dear.
He has a heavy blaster rifle, which is good enough to punch a hole right through the land speeder.
Yep.
Yeah, he could pretty much take the guy out if that was what he was planning on doing.
Yeah, kill stuff.
I was going to say at this point, could you just pass me that little icon there, the little white one with all the black things on it? I think we might actually need her for this game. she can fly.
So she can rain destruction down upon the party. I like that.
No, that's not how. No.
Wrong sort of helping.
Yeah.
I'll just fold up an old coffee cup with her logo on it, and then she'll know we're friends.
I-
Burn all the other people.
I did have a PC who kept doing really bad things and kept saying, "I'm helping," because he wasn't particularly good at things. So yes, you have counted 7 assailants, 1 heavy blaster rifle, probably multiple sniper rifles, at least heavy blasters with the others at the minimum, and probably only 1 skilled sniper amongst the lot.
Right. So he's target 1, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially. I want to.
As long as it's not crosshair, we're fine.
I
Well,
want
if you shoot him,
to
it doesn't matter what it
yell
is.
back to. Oh, I had a thought and I lost it earlier.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's a when I said, "Oh yeah, no, I'll do perception first," I had a thought for
And
negotiation, and I lost it.
they would normally have gunned you all down by now if
they
that was their plan.
Yeah, like if they needed the guy alive or
Oh,
dead.
even if they needed him alive, they would have gunned you down by now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so they might want us
because
alive.
they can do
too.
stun shots.
Not from that distance.
Oh,
They're outside the stun range.
Yeah.
Stun range is only short.
yeah.
All weapons return to short as the range when set to stun.
Yes.
Okay.
The stun bolt just dissipates after a small distance.
I want to. I want to try.
But you have heard of him using this play before, pretending to be Imperials?
Yeah, like I know
Yes.
he's lying because we know that they came from Tatooine.
Because it works.
Yes.
It was like,
People are stupid.
yeah, it was like, yeah. You and I both know that you don't work for Ryloth or the Empire. Tell me what it is that you really want.
You hear the Gandula, a vacation, 100 days of sun surf and gentle oceans.
Boy, do I have
He's a great
a
advertiser.
planet for you. Hallelujah. Okay.
Well, he's definitely doing the wrong job for that.
Yeah.
Well, Tatooine's all beach.
Yes, but missing the water.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's beach, but no sea.
Well, they've got the Dune Sea.
Careful what you
That's
wish for.
true. Is there a Dune Beach?
No.
That makes it weird.
I would say, look, both of us are professionals. We each have a job to do, and you know that this is just going to end in a firefight.
Does it have to?
That's what I'm saying. Let us go along our merry way, or give me a better offer.
Oh, nice.
Okay, sir. What are you offering? Gets thrown out there.
That's a good point.
What can you offer is the best point.
That I don't shoot your head off. She might be talking out her ass, but she's gonna say.
Well, one of us could.
I could help sell it by acting a horror.
Yeah, so I
was gonna say if anybody else wants to jump in as well.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to do a deception check.
rather
To
than
make it valid.
talking or anything, I will pull out my rifle now that I'm not holding my binoculars anymore,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I will take aim and. I don't know. For all anyone knows, I could be the best sniper in this sector and have him in my sights. He wouldn't know any difficulty.
Actually, I've got the skill for backing you up on that stuff.
Okay.
Skullduggery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he can tell you lots of really interesting things.
Yeah.
We could always threaten to shoot a twig in the head.
She's doing by
I was gonna say, yeah. At that point, if it seems that he's not reacting, then that's when I take our Barabon hostage, and it's like, looks like you're after this guy. So, if I don't shoot off your head, if you don't accept that, I won't shoot off his head.
Okay, so you hear a drone take off and start to come into view.
Should I shoot it?
No, we'll see what it is, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems to have a
One
camera
of
on
us
it.
should at least aim at it. There's several of us
Yeah.
here.
One person needs to aim at it.
I'm pretending to aim in the direction of whoever's speaking to be the best sniper in the world in case you decide to go down that path.
Yes.
Would perhaps the Wookiee or medicine droid Vex like to aim at the drone, at least in defence of it doing
Oh, and if I
more
were one of my other characters, yes, would love to aim at it. Yeah, okay.
So would mine.
Yeah, I will aim at the incoming droid.
Just in case.
Drone.
Okay, you do notice it does have what appears to be grenades strapped to it.
Fun.
Right, time to shoot it.
Okay, if it gets too close, I'm going to shoot.
Oh,
That's basically if it's in.
Visible is too close with something like this.
I'm gonna let you keep describing it.
And while you're seeing these things strapped to it, not obvious without the sights of a weapon,
Yep.
Yeah.
it is almost directly overhead.
Oh, I'm going to shoot before it gets directly over the head.
Okay, so you're starting combat?
I'm not trusting a.
No, I'm asking, are you starting combat?
Yes.
Okay.
Like that. If I was the drone, I would just drop stun grenades over the top.
Well,
of us.
he's basically starting hostilities amongst a group of people who are trigger happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so that's what I'm saying. Is there an option to say no, but still shoot the drone?
Not really, because it is firing a gun amongst a group of people who are extremely trigger happy.
Because
Yeah,
I was
but
gonna say
that drone also has a grenade on it.
I was gonna
It's
say
almost
that
on top of us.
Oh,
the
yeah,
drone,
well, that's
the
the
drone
thing.
with the grenade
They're-
was meant to be a gun to the head. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they're pointing a drone at us that's got grenades on it, they're initiating hostilities already.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if that gets to us, they're going to drop them. We know
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
no, I
would
don't
like
to-
disagree. I was just.
We might as well shoot back before it gets to
Let
us.
me know at what
Yes.
stage I can do this. I would like an opportunity to
We'll do that.
give a direction to the guy
Mm.
I have hostage now.
Okay, so with that, we will be getting everyone to do an initiative thing.
So is this cool test?
This would be it would be cool at this stage because you are expecting it.
Good. I'm actually skilled in this.
Well, cool. 3, please.
All right, so let's do Pash first. There you go. For Pash, we have 1 success, 3 advantage.
Cool.
I'll go. Oscara will go next. 2 success, 2 advantage. Mathis. Cool. 3 success.
Might as well.
Same.
Yeah.
You want to go?
No.
Alright. For Lorik, 3 advantage. And then
I'm 1 yellow, 1 green.
One.
I'm happy for you to roll because it's just cool.
Triumph and success.
Okay, and I'm 1 yellow, 1 green.
1 yellow, 1 green.
Triumphs work again.
2
in terms of initiative?
Triumphs beat successes, successes beat advantages.
No,
And then-
when you do an initiative, what does that mean?
Triumph beats successes.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah, it's
What
the same
did
thing.
Dex get?
2 successes, 2 advantage.
It's basically using a hierarchy to determine when initiative spots go.
So whenever I'm allowed to give him a direction, let me know.
Yes. What we were talking about before.
Oh, yeah.
She's in the acolyte. Do you remember? Sorry, do you recognise her role? Abigail Thorne, trans. Also runs the YouTube channel Force YouTube
So they're doing pretty well themselves.
and has done since before transition.
It's cool.
So yeah, the other episodes have a beard.
So is this
They're rolling for the bad guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you guys were talking about.
They were
Or
talking
something else.
about the
About the acolyte.
yeah,
Oh,
which I am enjoying, and there's I think I think the final episode came out today, or the second last episode, something like
Yeah.
that. They're doing like 8 episode runs,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah, they're
it's
doing
the
it a season
eighth
at a time.
day.
which is a bit little frustrating that it is such a short season.
Oh, it also got cancelled too.
Technically, it hasn't been cancelled. If it was cancelled, they wouldn't have bothered airing it. There are some shows that they would just cancel mid-airing and not put any more out.
They may not be doing a season 2.
Again, that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
Sometimes they hype it up like that and still do the rest of it.
Alright.
If it is, it's not going to be with that actress.
Yeah,
Okay,
how we're
so-
doing.
A party member gets to act, and I believe it's been taken up by the droid shooting, as that was the first thing that was happening.
It makes sense, honestly.
Okay, so
Okay, I am going to upgrade,
Yep, available.
and I'm going to be aiming twice.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the strain.
Okay.
What's your dice?
So that's 1 yellow, 1 green.
Okay. To hit a flying droid with grenades on it. What is the difficulty?
the difficulty to hit it would be currently 5 purple, no, 4 purple.
Still a lot.
Well, it's technically at long range.
Yeah.
It was not close.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been accurate to drop something from that height. But you might not have a choice. You might be coming down anyway.
Well, now it is. Well, I think you succeeded.
Okay, so that would be the droid's now up to full screen.
Yeah.
As you hit it with the blaster rifle. Okay, so it just starts falling.
Oh, it didn't explode.
No.
Oh no.
Can I use my initiative?
You can jump in at this
triumph?
stage. It's not a, you don't get to use the triumph. You roll an initiative that determines when the initiative happens.
Okay. Anyway, I'd like to, if I can determine where the droid is likely to end up or fall, move Baron,
Buraban?
Miraban to the point of safety,
Okay.
if that's possible.
Well, it's not coming down straight.
Okay.
It's sort of spiraling.
Okay.
Like its thrusters were hit and it's spiraling down.
But even in a spar, you kind of can sometimes get a sense of.
It may come down somewhere. I'll give you a survival roll to try to figure that out.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Can I try and figure that out so I can move into safety?
Why did you survival? That's one thing you're good at.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if possible, I would upgrade and make it 2 yellow and 1 green.
Okay.
And it will be 3 purple.
Okay. Would you like to roll?
I don't know. Last time you rolled for me, you got me time.
Now you trust me. I would hold off on that trust. Yeah, exactly.
It's now that she's asked, you won't roll so well.
Last time I rolled, my hands doesn't really bad.
Okay.
No triumph.
But I did good.
Any successes?
Yep.
Well, you don't have to take that. You can just take that purple one
Yeah,
out.
just take that one out. And then that'll just become that. 4 successes, 1 advantage.
Okay, you think it's going to fall to the rear of the speeder.
Do I have any room, or can I spend some strain to push Eurovan to a point of safety?
Yes, you can drag him to the front of the speeder and hope that he'll get some cover there.
Okay, I'll also try and make sure that I'm between him and wherever the drone's going to land at the back of the speeder.
Okay, and Claire gets to act next. Who wishes to go? I
Um,
believe. Looks like Paul was going to speak up first then.
Drone shooting. I can't persuade it. So
the drone is.
Well, you can persuade it with
Oh,
bullets.
I'm gonna persuade it to sort of be lower in the atmosphere slightly.
So you can try to shoot it so that it explodes in the sky before it explodes on the speeder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I'm going to use the stormtrooper gun rather than my pistol, because it's got range. Despite the fact I'm rather better with the pistol. So I have 3 green spears.
And the difficulty will be that.
Wow!
Yep.
It is at range.
That's a
Oh, nice.
some significant range. But
That's
hey,
pretty good.
it's a clear shot.
It is a clear shot.
Yeah.
Like I said, sometimes the dice come up blank, and there's only one blank on any of the dice.
Yep.
So that gives me
3 successes.
3 successes, so 2 net successes, meaning it does 11 damage to it.
which
Hopefully explodes in the crit.
Okay, so you hit it, it starts spiraling, and just drops.
should thunk.
Hopefully not on top of that.
Where is the drone?
Well, it was starting to spiral at the front end of the vehicle.
But I fixed that.
Yes. Moved it right to where we moved the person you're trying to save.
Well, I can't help that.
That's why I'm like, hopefully not where we are.
Which one goes?
I'm not sure that I feel about that.
Okay, so the thing just comes down and crashes onto the ground.
It has exploded.
Well,
No.
this didn't explode.
He's gonna go. He's gonna.
Yes, but you don't actually get to act because other people get to act.
Their turn.
Yes, it is their turn. Okay, so.
I was going to say, you might have 7 or 8 more skulls to add to your collection, right? Depending on whether or not you're staying exclusively Trandoshan or not.
Oh, it's gotta be. It can't just be monkeys. It's gotta be somebody who's reasonable, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say Trandoshan skulls would look more like gators or lizards, right?
They've got quite flat faces.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. It's got the same basic conformation as a human skull. It's just the nose and mouth are in
okay.
different places.
Cool. Okay,
They've got
he
different brows
switches
and
on autofire.
I was going to say...
Autofire adds 1 to the difficulty.
Because it's
But-
not even yet.
For every 2 advantages is an extra hit.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
So they have to do makeup on a human actor.
Okay, so who is he going? He's targeting the Wookiee.
Of
Of course
course.
he is.
So how do you turn your auto fire on?
You turn your autofire on by having a weapon that has autofire. It
always
increases
help.
difficulty by 1.
Yep.
And then you get 2 advantages, and that's an extra hit.
Yeah. So they've got a bit of a muzzle.
As long as you hit in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't think your weapons have autofire.
I don't
on
think
them.
so.
No,
I don't
mine
think they do.
certainly doesn't.
No, we need to get the E-whip.
He doesn't have any weapons. He's got a heavy blaster rifle.
Yeah.
No one's got any particular good armor.
Nope.
Yeah.
How about cover?
It's E-Web needs a
Oh,
second
under the-
person in a vehicle.
Okay, so
We got lucky.
apparently he puts 2 shots into your vehicle,
How rude.
That's bad.
Does it do anything
and
except run the holes?
the vehicle is now hovering at ground level with a bit of smoke.
I was going to say, is that technically not
He
offering
just
that?
fell out of the air.
Well, it only had half a meter to drop.
Mm.
We're all
So
underneath.
it's just
Well, you did move the person out from underneath it.
That's true.
we'll move to. I guess we have to wait until character movement.
Okay, and to help with things, there is a stun grenade being tossed into the group because hey, that's one way to take care of everyone.
Yeah.
Someone kick it back or something.
Okay. Where's the stun grenade coming from?
Well, you never actually saw all the people.
Yeah, we haven't clocked them
No.
up.
Someone just tossed that one that way.
Okay, so you see up in the canyon, someone steps out and throws a grenade. Obviously, they were waiting.
Yeah.
And it must be really close.
About that.
Neither can I. I've already done a thing.
Okay, so the grenade technically hits the Wookiee.
Oh,
No, actually, it would hit the person at the front, which was Ariadne.
me.
Sasha. Would hit Sasha.
I may not live.
How unfriendly.
It's a stun, so
Mm.
you'll just
Oh,
be
is it
stunned.
a stun grenade?
Stun grenade. The stun grenade hits you for that's going to be 11 stun damage.
I don't know.
What is 11 stun damage?
So we look at what we have for your character. This is you. You have heavy clothes, so that means you soak 3 of that, meaning you take 8 strain.
Okay, so it's strain.
Yep.
So I'm down to. Is that from 14?
From 14 years.
Yeah, so that's 6 left.
And that's just with one thing. And if he had have got advantages on that, he could have done the entire party for a further. Where is the stun grenade? It would do further 8 damage to everyone.
I was going to say, does this make me stunned though?
No.
Or just with the.
He
Eight
didn't. He
strain.
could have disoriented you if he had got 2 advantages as well. You had to choose whether he did the explodey or disorient, because you get to choose that with your
Right.
advantages.
Right.
But the specials don't trigger unless you can pay for them.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's lucky.
And he runs into the wall while trying to hide back into the desert and ducks out of sight.
I was going to say, what happened?
Basically, he ducked out through the thing, ran back into the wall, and stumbled into cover.
So when you say he runs into a wall, he doesn't literally run into a wall, he disappears.
No, you can hear the thunk as he
Oh,
hits
he
the wall.
literally runs into a wall. Okay.
He got 1 strain, which for him was 1 damage.
Okay.
That's funny.
So he literally face planted into the side of the cliff,
Excellent.
but still managed to get into cover. So it is now a party member's turn.
I believe if we're up to the Wookiee or Oscara.
I would like to volunteer.
Sure.
I would like to. Can I see anybody?
No one's left himself visible.
Yeah.
They were obviously planning on doing the pop-up, shoot, pop-down.
You do still have my macro binoculars.
Am I allowed to do that whole hold in action until somebody's visible thing?
Not really in Star Wars. It
That's
doesn't
what I-
actually
yeah.
have reactions in this.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Which
Okay.
is why most people do the pop-up, shoot, hide.
I would like to do covering fire to allow other people to get behind the vehicle. So I will shoot approximately at where I saw the last guy pop up. And
The one who threw the grenade?
yeah.
Okay.
So
Here
knowing that I probably won't hit anything, but it's just covering fire.
Okay.
So do I have to roll?
You will roll because there's always interesting things that can happen.
Could be heavy.
You rolled like.
Am I doing heavy? Yes, heavy.
It is
5
heavy.
successes. You might actually hit someone, even though you.
That's
That's true.
actually.
Well, considering the
Gander
Gander just did 20 points of damage to the land speeder.
Ow.
It's technically not aiming, but am I allowed to aim?
Cover fire? No, you're not picking any
That's what I
target.
figured. That's okay.
You're covering an area.
What
yeah.
is the difficulty?
Difficulty will be you're shooting at short range because that was where he was. So that's one purple.
Okay.
Purple.
So that is. It's gonna turn into that. Those go away.
Yeah.
2 success, 1
So
advantage.
one net success and an advantage. So yes, you are shooting in that direction, but it's sort of that pure.
Not quite enough for cover.
Not like that. Pew, 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 pew.
I want the pew 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 gun.
Yeah.
Which is what the Gander's using.
Mm-hmm.
That's what their heavy blast rifle does. It has the autofire.
So I'm just trying to do some cover fire so that other people can get behind the vehicle. I'll let the Wookiee go next, but whatever character thing for Mathis.
So the guy who threw the grenades at short, he's at short.
You can rush up to where he was.
Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the cover fire as an actual cover fire.
Mm-hmm.
So as the bolts zip past, I'm expecting the guy's not going to stick his head out, hopefully. And when I get there, the cover fire hopefully stops, and I can slaughter the guy.
Okay, so with your running and leaping to get there, you end up having to spend 2 maneuvers to get there, which gives you 2 strain. You're still suffering a bit from the night before. You should have got all your strain back. Okay, so I'm going to say the strain has recovered. And you make it to the bit where he's hiding with that look of shock and surprise on his face.
I have a look of rage and screaming and bloodlust in my face.
So do you do the whole pistol vibro axe thing?
No, I'm just going to cut it down.
Okay.
Fire axe.
Okay, vibro axe.
2 yellow, 2 green.
2 yellow, 2 green versus 2 purple with. That's all he gets is 2 purple.
So he's got no armor on.
No, that is with armor.
Is it?
Armor doesn't always add dice. Armor can reduce damage.
Yep. Yeah, it's just soak value. Pretty good. 3 successes.
Okay, so no critical for you.
No, nope.
As you do 12 damage to him. He actually
3
thrives.
successes. That is a critical.
No, you need the
you need the
advantages.
Oh, advantages. Ah.
3 successes means you do 14 damage with pierce 2. So that means he does survive.
Just one tough guy.
It is quite a damaging blow though. I believe you ended up inflicting 11 damage on him
Not bad.
after his soak was pierced.
Dude.
And he's still going.
That's right.
Okay.
It's just another head for the collection, that's all.
Hopefully, and by the end of the firefight, that will be the case.
Okay, so it is now whoever hasn't acted yet. What is Mathis going to do? He's now got tech on the ground there.
How big is that drone droid? Can he throw it? He's gonna frisbee this thing.
Sure.
He wants to frisbee it.
Okay.
I don't know. Strength.
Range light
Range light.
is throwing things.
We'll do it.
Okay.
We're gonna upgrade.
Okay.
What's he throwing it at?
He wants to throw it. Frisbee it up in the air. So if anybody wants to shoot it, they can go ahead. But frisbee it so it lands short range. That way.
Next to the Wookiee?
Next to the Wookiees happened where that ends up being. But that's what Mathis would do. So.
You got 360 degrees, and you're going to throw it at a Wookiee.
Well, technically it's got short range forward or short range backwards.
He's throwing it at the guy that you tried to cut in half.
Yes.
Does he have... I was going to say, there's
not a good idea.
There's no other visible... No, you said that the
You're in a
the
canyon.
Gand was to the right. He's going to throw it that way.
Okay. It may bounce back.
Oh, because it's a canyon.
Yep.
Okay, forward or back to the other option.
Forward and back is the only distance he can throw it.
Or straight up back there.
Straight up is pretty much the same as throwing it left or right.
That's
Yeah.
true. There's bouncy noises, but apart from that, much the same.
Throw it backwards.
Okay. So that would be one purple for range.
Yep.
That's whether you can actually hit the range you're throwing it at.
Oh, yeah, look
It is
at that.
possible to have your weapons short out.
Take that out, because we got that. So, one success, 3 damage.
Didn't critically throw it because he doesn't have critical specialization on throwing a drone. Doesn't really kick in until quite a few advantages.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As the drone just bounces a little bit and one of the grenades just falls off.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody in the back can use a grenade.
Doesn't go off, just falls off. Okay, so another bounty hunter gets to go. Okay, so someone pops their head up from where you threw that and shoots at Mathis. Because Mathis just tossed something in their general direction.
Yep.
Next shot, shoot the grenade. Make it go back.
That is a hit on Mathis. With a heavy blaster pistol. So that is 7 damage.
Soak value of 4.
Which means Mathis takes 3 damage.
Yep.
And then the guy ducks back down behind the rock. Well, that's what you would do. You don't want to be shooting.
Have your head out going.
Say, hey, I'm shooting at you.
Yeah.
Please shoot back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'll be nice and do exactly that.
Well, if you guys were doing the ambush, you'd do the same thing.
Yeah,
Wouldn't sit yourself in the middle. You're just stuck in the middle because you haven't been given a choice.
exactly.
Okay, who wishes to go first this round?
It's the kill box. It's where you're going to die.
Well, there's
I
a
think it's the
grenade to
Wookiee.
shoot, right?
Anyone can particularly go first at this point. It's up to the party.
Well, if I go before the guy ahead of me, I get to murder him before he gets to murder me.
That's true.
True.
And is there a grenade in the air to be shot still?
No,
Landed.
it was thrown behind.
Okay.
So the Wookiee's not in danger of being friendly fired.
Yeah, I just thought I'd check.
There's nothing
that
friendly
before
about
we went
fire.
too far.
It can be nice, warm, and hollowing.
In the Halloween, yes. Yes, I will murder this guy to
Okay.
the best of my ability.
So that would be another mighty swing.
I like that. To the best of your ability.
He will increase his defenses because he's in a panic mode. So it will replace a purple with a red.
Yeah, I was going to say, did anyone upgrade? 'Cause
He did not.
sounds like the GM will.
We did pretty okay. Goes away. So 4 successes, 1 disadvantage.
Okay, so you are really struggling with the heat at the moment as you take 1 strain from that, and you had 3 successes?
4 successes.
4 successes? Okay. Which means there's not much this guy can do as he's like, and
Take the head.
pretty much the head is clean off.
Cool. I don't want it damaged.
I enjoy your death and dying sound effects there. Ooh. It sounds like just like a very good 90s video game.
Well, I could do the
on there.
this one. So let me see. We got the.
There we go.
Yeah.
You said with the head going off at the same time, it's a little hard to have that
Little bit.
high pitched in there. Okay, so our Wookiee is going first. Who?
I duck down into cover.
Okay, that's it. That is a smart thing to do.
It is. That's my job.
Okay.
Is it?
Now it is another party member's go. Who wishes to go?
I'll go.
So our Vex is going. What is Vex going to do?
Okay, where the guy who shot Mathis,
Yep.
I'm going to aim and throw a stun grenade at that area.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully get some advantages to cause a blast.
Would you like to upgrade? We have one available.
Yes, I'm upgrading.
And what is your range like?
It's 2 yellow.
Okay, 2 yellow.
That's with the upgrade?
Yep.
Alright. 1 advantage.
And I did say I was aiming.
Oh,
Okay, so you take 2 strain to then
Yeah.
to move into a place to throw it.
Yeah.
I've got it.
And well, didn't do anything.
Okay, so yes, your stun grenade hits short range and goes off. Doesn't hit the target.
It was that.
I don't know if it hits the target, but I don't have enough to cause a...
Well,
Huh?
you can't technically hit something you can't see.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can't
Well,
just lob it over a rock?
Well, basically,
What's on the outside?
he's hoping to hit something. If you had got a triumph, I'd say yes, definitely you can hit the person.
I
on the
was
other
trying
side,
more to get the blast area effect to work.
or doing the blast effect, but it just hit the sand and
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah, so I didn't get enough advantages to cause the blast effect to go off.
Nah.
How
Okay.
many do I need for the blast to go off?
Always need to unless it says otherwise.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's where some people can get automatic advantages on actions to give themselves these. So superior weapons give you an advantage on attack, as long as you hit.
Gotta get me some of that.
Okay, so our Wookiee, our droid is gone. Who wishes to go next, knowing that after this, your opponents are going? And one of them has a overpowered rifle.
Yes.
I'm gonna wait for him.
Don't know.
That's the problem. There's no hold action.
I will.
That's the one thing I need in this.
So one thing Star Wars doesn't do is allow interrupts.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are special talents that can give you interrupts.
They can give you that,
But
but
it's not a combat action.
no.
It's a special talent action.
So I'm
Which
gonna
is,
try
okay,
it.
it's a little weird, but hey, they're doing that.
I'm gonna use the side of my
so-
gun to see if I can spot the guy, the sniper.
So I'll be prepared for him, so I'm going to actually do an aim action on my go.
Well, I was gonna say, does that mean that you want to take? The
So you want to
turn?
go at this point now, or after he
No,
goes?
I've got to wait for him. Because
Okay.
I
So
don't want shooting at him if I can't see him.
So that means Sasha was going to go and was going to try to spot him?
Yeah, I was gonna try and spot him.
Okay.
So
So
be perception.
it is perception.
What's your perception?
So if I can upgrade, it's 2 yellow, 1 green.
Yes. Hey, nice.
So
Okay, so you have spotted him, and he has moved to a different. He's basically moving between shots and using different sniper positions. He has pretty much lined himself up to take out Ascara.
Okay.
You are literally his rival in the corporation.
If is there an option here for me to use, say, although there's not much strain left to take, but to like take a strain or something to take a shot at him?
Well, I'm giving you that as a maneuver to look,
Right.
and you can still shoot.
Shoot. Okay, so I will have a go at shooting him.
And what is your range taking?
It's 1 yellow, 2 green, also an upgrade, which is 2 yellow, 1 green.
No.
No upgrades left?
No.
Nope, but they are upgrading.
Of course they are.
Beautiful.
Alright, we'll go with that.
You get some for cover and some for
Don't die.
yes. What was that, Ross?
Take that plot.
Did you remove the black one from if there was no white left after I upgraded?
It wasn't available on your turn.
Right, I did do a.
There you go.
Oh, okay, she upgraded to look for it. Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
So lucky there. Oh my gosh.
Am I dead?
No, you did good. Okay, ish. Hey, you're not
Okay.
dead. That's the important thing.
So yes, you shoot in his general direction.
But I don't get him.
No, he seems to have made the best use of cover, though his cover gave him absolutely no bonuses whatsoever. But he got 3 blank dice on his cover.
Can I say,
Free action trials.
Chase trying to warn Oscara that he's lining himself up to shoot her?
Yes, you can yell out a warning as this. Pew!
Yeah.
They're left.
This is an automatic gun guy, is it?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
This is the rival bounty hunter. So not just a monkey, but someone who is skilled at doing all this sort of stuff.
Toasted.
He was doing the full aim thing because, as far as he knows, the person who can defeat him is the one who is his rival.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, the Wookiee starts climbing up the side of the thing, in which case then he becomes the most
The next
threatening thing.
Yeah.
You'd be good at distracting if you did that.
Yeah, I turned into a pincushion pretty quick.
No, I don't like that one. Take it back out.
You might be able to do that if you haven't.
No, we don't.
Well, at least it's not a critical hit.
No.
You say that. It's still a lot.
It is a lot, but if it had been a critical hit, then he could either have taken you down,
Yeah.
or he could have done double damage, which would, in this case, be that is 15 damage.
See?
So
I'm
before-
the only one who gets
So 11 damage.
I have 1 left.
And just imagine if it had been a double blow, that
Yeah.
would have been 22, no, it would have been 30 damage.
Yeah.
If he had got both hits in.
Yeah, well,
Does
it's
soak apply to each hit?
Nope.
Jesus.
Wow.
No, it only applies to them.
Because he basically applied it as a single attack
Yeah.
on one target. He could also split the targets as a possibility, but he chose one target.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that gun.
So
And
basically, 4 soak is effectively nothing.
Well, if we
against normal weapons, 4 soak is fairly good.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
10 soak is amazing,
Yeah, no, 4 soak is actually pretty decent. It's just this one.
Yeah.
but 4 soak doesn't exist against the Wookiee.
Yeah, it's just that this gun is not designed to take out beings.
Yeah, like
So,
Yes.
Osaka, how much damage did that end up going to you?
11, you said.
I like my dirt rifle.
So I'm looking.
Yep,
We
but
need to-
he is currently in view, but another bounty hunter gets to go.
Their turn.
Yep. Right next to the dead guy, someone steps out of the corner there because there were two there, but the other guy was hidden further in the ravine
Yeah.
and does the whole shoot at the Wookiee because he's scared.
Yeah, you just saw us try to get
So he's not going to aim, he's just like, oh crap, shoot, and he's going to run after he shoots because if he stays, he's going to be
he's
a
dead.
little later.
Wookiee's going to chase him down and murder him.
Mm-hmm.
Take his
Her
head.
heads actually weigh quite a bit, so
Yeah,
I think you'd be
About
a
5
lot
kilos.
lighter than rather than just a little lighter.
yeah. Not the best weight loss technique.
Well, there will be a weight off his shoulders, we'll put it that
No,
way.
But neither
I
is
wasn't
the
gonna do that.
I can imagine at the end of
It's
this,
nasty.
after my character spent all that strain, he's like, I'm going to have to work on my cardio.
So you can't
Okay, so he hits the Wookiee with the heavy blaster, so the Wookiee's going to be angry. So
Even
that
more
is ouch time. So 9 damage to the Wookiee. Wookiee gets to soak,
Yep, so that's 4.
So before.
so that means 5
5.
damage to the Wookiee.
Takes me down to 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey, having big tough is always good. But I thought you were actually on 20.
Nah, 19.
His major is 20.
It is on 20.
So how come
I
says-
believe that they didn't
Oh,
do
okay.
toughness correctly on that one.
Ah.
And toughness is actually +2, not +1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So you were on 20.
I'm on 20, so 15.
That's why I did the updates to give you the benefit of what what they clean things up with. Okay, so yes, that was him trying to do a save my life maneuver. May not actually save his life, but he did his best.
And his life is up super.
Okay, and now it is a party member's turn. Not Wookiee, droid, or scout.
Okay.
I would like to go.
Ouch.
Action would be for stim packs, yes? Or is that maneuver?
Maneuver to pull it out,
It's-
maneuver to
yeah.
apply it.
I would like to take a maneuver to take cover, take strain to pull out a stim pack, and action to apply a stim pack. If that's available.
Well, you can do a maneuver to hide, a maneuver to pull out your stim pack, and that would basically. You can use you can't use an action to create a third maneuver.
Well, I was thinking action, maneuver, take strain to do third maneuver to move. Well, it'd be maneuver pull out, action apply, maneuver to move.
Yes, but if applying a stim pack is a maneuver.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an
so-
action. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it would basically be
Well,
that done, but
hopefully,
you've got it out
Like
and
I
you're
know,
hidden.
like I know, you can replace an action for a maneuver, but can't take strain if you're not if you exchange the action.
But as you exchange the action, you basically got your 2 maneuvers without paying for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's that area I did?
I was going to say, hopefully Pasha will cover you, having heard me yell that you're being targeted.
Oh, I
I
know
was-
I'm targeted because I almost died.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
I'm working on sort of covering you by shooting the pilot, the sniper in the head.
Yeah.
And you
Seeing
can
how
literally
accurate
see
it is.
that the sniper is visible, and he did line up the Twi'lek nicely.
That's basically what I was waiting for, and there wasn't
This-
a hell of
this is your
action,
time
so
to
I had
take
to
the
do my
shot?
thing.
Mhm.
So shooty.
So occasionally they don't always work the smartest, but it was the best chance of taking out what he thought of the
Was-
leader of your group.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
That's a fair assumption considering she
Very
was
rude, but it's a fair assumption.
Well, she's also the only bounty hunter
Okay.
amongst the group.
The range that he's at the moment
Is at long range.
long range, so the pistol's no use. So 3 greens, please, plus whatever difficulty it is.
The difficulty will be 3 purple.
Do you want to upgrade? Yes, you
Yes.
do. All right. You want to go for it?
Sorry, there's also
Oh, because
3 black because of his cover.
Yeah. He's covered behind the rocks.
He's actually done the proper used cover to shoot from,
Yeah.
because that's the only advantage he had to shoot.
Yeah, and I was waiting for him to become visible so that he didn't have total cover.
He wants
That's
to aim.
not total cover.
So,
Hold
yeah,
on.
aim.
He wants to aim.
You can choose to remove a black dice with a blue dice if you wish to. It's the only time you can reduce the dice pool.
Okay.
And you can aim
you
you can aim a second time to take 2 strain and reduce the dice pool again by another black.
I think that's worth
It is worth it. I haven't been hit yet, so I'll go with that.
Okay,
That's
so
one.
2 strain on Tash.
Yes, reducing blacks is good. Ow. Sorry, mate. My shoulder didn't like that very much.
Okay,
it.
so
Hey, not too bad.
so you were very successful at hitting him.
Oh, good.
Unfortunately, you managed to do something to negative there. So I can actually look at the charts of other things we can inflict upon your character.
Or it's just the gun's overloaded and I need to use a different one now.
That would be one of the options.
So it can be granting the enemy significant advantage.
Let's hope not that.
I would prefer...
Oh,
That
because
is
it's 3, isn't
because
it?
3 can do that.
Let's
Yeah.
not do that.
It's it's called.
The on 2 you can allow the opponent to perform a free maneuver.
No, bugger that.
Oh, that's fine.
Let him have a bonus on his next attack,
No.
or cause an ally to have a penalty on their next action.
This is where we're being very nice to Martin. Just like, oh, you remember how fun it is? and
Or the
how
other thing is,
fun
I
it
can simply apply it as 3 strain on your character. But the idea is that there are options that character players can choose over the 3 strain.
Yes.
And a significant advantage on the opponent could be you dislodge some of his cover and it rolls down into the firefight.
Has an advantage on him.
He gets the advantage. So his cover may be compromised, but a rock has come down and really messed up the party.
Yeah, well, having him having any sort of advantage, particularly when it comes to punching holes in people with a very, very unpleasant weapon, is something to be avoided.
Mm-hmm.
Right at the moment, I would prefer to take the strain
Okay.
of, well, shit, I didn't fire that gun properly and I've hurt myself.
So that is 5 strain so far for you,
Yes.
as you're really feeling the pressures in this hot environment.
Yes. I have a stim pack, I'll get to that.
Yep. And then that means it is now
The total damage on him.
Mathis's go. What does Mathis do?
What damage did
Oh,
he
sorry.
take?
Yeah. What's the?
Sorry, that was using the rifle. That means you did 13 damage.
Ow.
13. That means he will take a bunch of damage.
Good.
Not
That was the point. This is what I'm willing to take some strain for.
Good shot.
Thank you.
I just realized he doesn't have
Oh,
any
she's
grenades in
very
his own,
good.
which I thought for sure he had.
No, he has the punchy glove.
Yeah.
There is a grenade that he threw the grenade, remember?
Yeah, he threw it
But then you would have to move to the grenade, pick it up,
and then
and
throw
then
it.
throw
Away.
it, and take 2 strain for doing so.
I can see him do that.
He would do that. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so he runs out, picks up the grenade, takes 2 strain, and throws it.
At
Nowhere near the wall.
You're going to go
Up top.
home and tell Steve how heroic you
At
were.
the sniper.
at top of the sniper.
Yeah. Here. Have
Really?
it on top of your head.
I don't know how far that is.
Long range.
No, not that one.
So
The only sniper so far has been at long range up the cliff.
well, yeah, no, that's fine. It's just that's not a throw range, so somebody else.
It would be bounce, 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 roll right next to someone.
Yeah, because it's gonna just hit the candy wall and just come back down.
What hit my foot?
Because there's no one right next to the behind.
I will give him a knowledge roll.
Thank you.
Mm.
Oh, Oh, yes, good at that.
He gets to add 2 purple to the check.
Yep.
We'll make one of them red.
Yeah, it's a failure.
You got 2 advantages. That's okay. He's all good about his plan.
He's feeling great
His
about
plan
it.
can work perfectly.
Absolutely.
You're not allowed to kill his character.
Yeah.
Just to make him look heroic.
Look heroic and nearly kill him. There we go.
It's more a Dudley do right at this stage.
I don't know. Will he see that as a compliment or?
Let's hope so.
It's Brendan Fraser. He likes it. It's fine.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
Another
Okay.
thing, yeah.
So that'll be range light.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna upgrade.
Which is amusing considering my
Is it
Star
short?
Wars
Pretty short
character
range,
is
yes.
Brendan.
But the people he's throwing it towards have
Cover.
a lot of gold.
Mm.
With that lovely knowledge check, does he get any type of advantage?
Not at all.
Okay.
At least you asked.
There was the
Aw, sad times. 1 failure, 1 one advantage.
Okay, sir. He does the big wind up throw and drops it before he gets the whole hand going.
Oh, he's gonna die.
And it just lands in the sand behind him.
Let's hope it's a dud.
Or it just like,
Hey, technically, if he got 2 advantages, it could have gone boom.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You
But
know what? He tried.
As I said, you called him a Dudley do right. I think that dud should be in the grenade.
Okay, so the guy behind the bit where he was throwing it at pops up.
You need some more purples. There you go. Take some more purples.
And he's going to shoot at him at close range. Technically, it's in the point blank area, so it does a little extra point of damage.
we
Okay, so
A little bit.
that is just 1 point off a critical hit.
Wow.
Got 2 advantages instead of 3.
Nice.
So that means for that case, it is a 9 points of damage on him.
4 soak.
But luckily for him, he had switched over to stun.
Nice.
So stun setting, so he takes, that would be, he's got 4 soaks, so that means he's taking 5 strain. Because that's one of the best ways to take Wookiees out, he's stun.
Yes.
And anything that does afflict stun instead of does stun damage doesn't get soaked. And some things will just do stun. It doesn't matter how tough you are, it just goes straight through.
Yep.
Okay. And it is now up to a whole round 3. Who's going to go first? Anyone can go.
Is what's his face still visible?
He is currently still visible.
I would like to try to
So
shoot
you
from
can
my
try
cover.
to shoot.
You're not going to apply the health
Oh,
patch?
that's right, because I had to wait for this turn, didn't
Yeah.
Either that, or I go first and I apply the health pack,
Yeah, that
or
works.
I go directly after you.
I? Yeah, we can go with that plan. I have it
I was
out
gonna
and
say, that'll allow
ready,
you to shoot.
and then that way I can shoot.
Mm.
I'm gonna try to shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I was kind of like, she wants to cover herself, but she really likes to shoot.
Hey, aim and shoot.
So range heavy. I'm like, why does that suck? Because I'm looking at the wrong one. Range heavy. I would like to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna aim twice.
I'm gonna. What's my strain
Your strain is currently at where are we? 4. You've got space.
I've only taken on 4.
Well, a stim pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna aim twice because there's his cover.
That is his cover.
Okay, that'd be that. We'll go. We're gonna cancel because that's just gonna be easier. And go for that.
So you can choose the randomness, or you choose to limit the randomness. I like giving that choice to people.
Can you really limit the randomness?
Less dice, less random.
Okay, we got somewhere at least.
You ended up with 2 net successes
So you hit him.
Why is it only 2?
because 1 is used up in hitting him.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So without that 1, you don't get it
It
all.
doesn't go through, yeah.
And so that means your weapon does 9, so you're doing 11 damage because all the net successes add to damage.
So it's been hit twice.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice
yes,
shooting,
sir.
Tex. Very nice.
She did really well. But she's the bounty hunter after all, so. Although impressed, not surprised.
So, yeah. Stim pack out. Shoot. Aim.
I just did that.
Shoot.
Okay.
This
So-
backwards country scout or rural scout is now aspiring to one day become a bounty hunter, just like Oscar.
As I'm dying right now.
Okay, who
Well,
wishes
I'm
to
seeing the
go next?
romanticism of it right
I will.
Okay, so you're going to go next.
Yes.
You spend a maneuver to get over beside her.
Yep.
You spend a maneuver to grab the stim pack.
Yep. And I apply stim pack.
I'm sorry, you've run out of maneuvers.
This is the issue I ran into last
I
time.
Well-
saw that coming.
Or
Yeah,
can
as
I
soon as you said-
just get the med pack that I've got just applied on it?
You had weapon out, so you would have to spend a maneuver to get the med pack out.
She's
A
already
maneuver
got
to
the
move
stim pack
over.
out, doesn't she? So I can just put the hand and put it on the stim
She
thing.
You have to take the stim
Yeah.
pack and then apply it.
Yeah.
You've got to obtain
Okay.
it no matter what.
Okay, I'll do another one.
Right.
I'll actually
Shoot the bad guy.
go. No, I'm gonna push it to the ground so she's out of sight, and
Until-
I'll be cover.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, that's what you can do. Yeah, yeah. That was what I was thinking in terms of. It's not a lot left.
Okay, so you move over to her and then push her down. You don't have the stim pack.
No,
I
But-
still have it.
she's grounded and I'm on top as cover.
And she can apply the.
You do know those rifles can go straight through you.
Yeah,
We're hoping. We're
Mom,
working
just
on a
hoping
prayer.
Don't
I'm
take
just
this the
hoping
wrong
that,
way, but I'm starting to associate GM with Killer of Dreams.
So is this where we rename you as a Blade of Armor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just trying to point out that the droid trying to use itself as cover is not always great cover. That he's not well armored.
It's better than 0.
Well,
I bet.
let's just hope.
So which party member is going to act now and save the dream?
Okay.
Or who?
You're going to leap over there and...
Well, are you going to chase the guy who shot you?
That's my plan.
Okay.
I'm screaming curses in Wookiee.
Yes. Like,
As I do
I'm
so.
What does that sound like?
This round.
So it's just wait. We can do it next time.
Carry on with
Shooty,
me.
shooty baddy guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was very convinced.
You managed to catch him quite quickly. He can't run as fast as you can.
I was going to say, does he get extra points for the roleplay?
I was going to give him a blue dice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
One maneuver to reach him.
um,
A free blue dice. You can choose to aim for 2 strain to give him less chance of surviving.
You need a matching mug.
You might want to save first.
Target for a delicate part of the body.
I believe you have
2 yellow, 2 green.
2 yellow, 2 green. That is his whole defensive dice.
That sounds bad when you say that. Even though I...
He only has 2 purple to defend.
I feel a bit
Two
sorry.
purple and a black.
Not so sorry that I'm gonna...
Damn, the yellow one's blank.
That's not
One of the yellow ones is blank.
1 success, 2 advantage.
Okay, so with your 2 advantage, you can make it a crit.
Yes.
And off with his head.
So from behind, slash. As the head
And
comes
you
off.
just watch the legs keep running for a while before they fall over.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Basically, as I cut his head off, I'll drop, looking around for from the next target, effectively.
he's really leaning into I don't do subtlety, isn't he?
No.
Well, it was so clean, the body didn't even know it lost its head.
Yeah. That's going to be a good intimidation hit.
Unfortunately, no one saw it.
Yeah.
Because it was down the side passageway.
Damn.
But it was an amazing shot.
So you're going to come out carrying a head and everyone will down no. 2 heads even better.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1.
That is correct.
Okay, so the guy with the pistol at the other end of the thing near Mathis pops up with a grenade in one hand and a pistol in the other.
Shoot the grenade.
I feel like that's the title of a song or a movie.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah.
A grenade in
He's
one
got a grenade in
hand,
the hand.
pistol in the other.
Shoot the
No, it's
grenade.
about-
And because he's doing dual wielding, he gets to add a single purple to the difficulty. As he's going to try to use both.
Oh, dear.
Actually, he's going to upgrade. More chances of using both.
Nah.
How fun.
As he's shooting at Mathis.
Poor man.
Okay, so...
Good for us. Ish.
So, he's going pew 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 and bing!
Oh no.
There's a cling as the hammer's released, and he's like,
He mistimed the grenade a little bit. He tried to shoot with the grenade. That was the problem.
And then the other hand.
Yep.
I pull the trigger and throw the gun. Wait a minute.
He's thrown the gun and held on to the grenade.
And manages to toss the grenade in between and get both him and Mathis with the grenade.
I feel like this should be a Wile E. Coyote moment here.
Yeah, that's what the background music is.
So with that going off, that means that Mathis takes 8 strain, 8 stun damage,
I was going to say,
which will be strain after that. What's his soak for?
4.
So that means he will take 4 strain.
Does that put him on?
That would put him at 11 strain.
Oh, so he only has 1 left.
Whereas he's also considered disoriented, so for 3 rounds he has a black dice to his actions.
Okay.
As he's had his bell rung.
Yep.
As has the guy who threw it.
Yep.
Except he's no longer standing. He managed to stun himself into oblivion.
You know, I'd rather be Mathis on 1 and the last man standing than the other guy.
It's true.
Okay, so...
Am I the last person to go? Is there...
now there is party members go. So far we've had Twi'lek, Droid, Wookiee.
So I would say if you want to go for it.
I was just thinking, someone should apply a city pack to either Mathis or yourself.
And you'll probably note the bounty hunter leader didn't act this round.
no.
Right.
Well, he did, just not in a way that you would notice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm assuming he pulled back down.
Quite possibly.
Well, we can't see him.
Well, I'll find out in a sec when I try and shoot him and go,
Yeah.
oh, wait a minute, he's fucking disappeared.
Well, did you want to go first and see if you could shoot him?
Yeah, actually, it's probably reasonable. So people will find out what's going on with him.
You do see energy arcing through Mathis at this stage. He got in the last range of a stun grenade.
Ouch. I don't think there's anything I can actually do about that.
It was just something to help you sleep at night better.
I'm not sure it does that. Of course, I could grab him and pull him into cover.
Yep.
Um,
But that would be moving out, grabbing him and throwing him into cover.
and staying out in the open myself.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well, if he's pulling fire for you, you're safe.
And if he's lying down, they might not shoot at him. Given I have not specified that that I have gone for cover, I'm going to. Can I move to cover and still shoot the sniper?
You can.
I will do that. Although if it costs me strain, I'm not going to do it because I'm running out.
So it's a maneuver to dive into cover,
Yep. I will get into cover.
getting as much cover as you can.
Yep. So no aim.
Mm.
And I will attempt to shoot Mr. Sniper Dude.
Okay, looking up there, you can't see him at the moment.
Well, booger. Is there anyone else I can shoot at?
Everyone else is either, as far as you can tell, down or not visible.
Right.
You have been rather lethal in your retaliation.
I have a bit. Yeah. Well, although it has hurt a bit. I will then prepare a stim pack to apply to myself next round.
Okay.
Stimpack's any good on strain?
Not.
Technically, no, yeah.
You need a talent for that.
How close
Sorry, I need a what?
I
Talent.
to
Talent.
other party members?
Well, you were fairly close to the droid and the squished Twi'lek.
Right.
Droid's not particularly light.
No. So I'm not near.
You're at the front, which is where they were. At the back is Mathis, and I would say that Pash would be near the back as well.
Yeah.
And as I said, Ascara, the Twi'lek.
She's next to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And out of sight is the Wookiee yelling.
So far, no
let
other
me-
bad guys are visible.
Let me just make sure I got it right. It's a maneuver to apply a stim pack.
Yep.
And then if I wanted to say apply a stim pack to Oscara, and then would it be an action to lunge for Mathis and drag him into cover with?
No, it would be a maneuver to get to Mathis, and you would run out of maneuvers very quickly.
Okay, and then once I got next to Mathis, I could at least shoot at something maybe.
Possibly.
But I'm next to him for next round to apply my last stim.
So what do you want to do you want to do a stim pack on Asaka now?
So I want to apply stim pack to Oscar if I can, and then move over to Mathis to be ready to apply stim pack next round. And if there's an action left, I'll take it. But if not, that's fine.
Okay, so yes, you can apply the stim pack. You can either take 2 strain or use your action to move to Mathis.
I'll just use my action to move to Mathis.
Okay. So Asaka has healed 5 damage.
You've got like 5
Yay.
different
Oscar.
names according to Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
like I said, I always get the names badly.
No, I'm just confused.
So I remember at one stage you could never get a character's name right because they kept having this really hard to pronounce name.
Yeah.
My Buffy character, GM, did not get his name right for 6 years.
What is your character's
My
name?
character's name is Gamudera. It's not like it's hard.
Gamudera.
Gamudera.
Okay.
You got it right perfectly, first time.
That's
Okay.
kind of funny.
Can I do it? Gamadara.
Now can you do it
Murderer.
consistently?
If
Probably
Martin
right.
can do it, your GM should be in the hole. Because if Martin can pronounce a name first off, that is like a miracle.
And he got it.
So I got
So that means we're up to Mathis's turn.
Yep. So he's kind of disoriented.
He's seeing stars.
Oh, how nice.
That one grenade that he tried to throw,
He's still at his feet.
it didn't go off. He would like to pick that up.
At this stage, I will
And
give
I think he wanted to
Sasha a knowledge roll on said grenade.
Yeah.
Okay. Knowledge. Oh, it's 3 green unless there's upgrade.
One available, yes.
Are you happy if I use it?
Go ahead.
See?
It is used.
Go for it.
It was helpful.
Okay. You identify it as a prop grenade. It's not a real grenade.
That explains a few things. They're being
I bet he's
cheap.
still gonna try it. It's gonna be
They
funny.
are being cheap.
Well, yes, if he doesn't have to pay for a grenade to intimidate people, he'll definitely not pay for a grenade to intimidate people.
Well, it's fair
I
enough.
gather,
Which explains why it's made of polystyrene.
I gather because we're in combat, it would take some sort of action or something. But just for the roleplay's sake, I'll say, dang, Ferric, it's just a prop. Even though that may have no effect on Mathis because it might take...
And I'm happy to say Mathis hears that, but Mathis can do what Mathis does best.
Yeah.
He's going to make it into a real grenade.
Yeah.
He's got the parts.
I mean, using
Yes.
he would like to take it and then hide into cover with the idea that his next round.
Will be spent making it weaponized?
Yes.
You mean he's going to move away from me before I can use a stim thing on him?
Yeah, he would.
Yep.
So you have to
Okay.
follow.
He would just try to drop down.
Just for
Drop
Gina's
her in,
note,
sure.
if it were allowable to the character to act outside, she would literally
Swear again.
she'd get like that syringe type stim thing and like
throw it.
jam it into his thigh. And
I thought you'd go for the butt, just basically so it hurts more.
No, she's not going to pick a meaty
It's
part.
hard to aim at when you're moving.
Well, he's gone prone, so the butt's the easiest thing to hit.
That's a good point. Butt stroke.
You won't be sitting for a while after that.
Anyway, if that had been, that's what she feels like doing. It's
The
just,
one bit that actually hurts is where the stim pack went.
Which was basically Mathis's turn.
Yeah.
moved away.
And then we moved out of combat as no one else seemed to be acting.
Okay, with some care. Well, apply stim.
As basically the next round you're sort of looking around, nothing seems to be leaping out and trying to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there one guy left on the ground that had... he blew himself up, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He grenaded himself.
Okay.
I would like to retrieve my macro binocular thingies.
Yep.
And do a thorough
This is what
scan
happens
of
when bounty
the area around
hunters get
us.
scrubs.
Yeah.
If I need it,
Kill
my
the scrubs and
perception
then
is...
Survive.
If they had been decent hunters, all of them, they would have coordinated and given each of them advantages. Like one person shoots, 2 people assist,
Yeah.
and that means each person they hit gets taken out each time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what a coordinated strike would do.
Yes.
But this guy didn't use seasoned people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got
scrubs.
wannabe people because if they die, he doesn't care.
I'm climbing
Yeah.
up to the
Which-
That's what proper
to the
rules
firing
using
point that the
stormtroopers does.
guy was using.
Yep.
Just-
And I want to see what's there.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's
Imagine
life
the
in static.
stormtroopers acting as a coordinated unit.
What would you like to do?
Forgot to
I
steal.
was trying to retrieve my binoculars.
If you retrieve your binoculars and spend your stim,
Um,
On Mathis.
well, wouldn't actually be useful on him
No.
because it only does wounds, not strength.
Oh yeah, no. So that would be good.
Yeah,
I'd
put
apply
my
it to
weight.
myself at this stage.
Yep.
And check out where the
Because
sniper is.
Idiot Mathis walked away when
Wouldn't work on you either because you also only got strength,
Oh,
not,
okay,
not
so-
wounds.
Stimpack doesn't work.
But we can do a cool or discipline check,
Yeah.
which is because scene has ended, you then get to recover
Yep.
before exploring.
Yes. Cool check.
Discipline check.
You choose whichever.
I have discipline.
There are no difficulty dice, though I believe Sasha still has the one that.
I get
no idea what that
one
is.
additional
Advantage. And
Okay,
AKA you did.
Yes. So you know that.
No.
2.
Two strain
What do you
on a sucker.
Alright, go for it.
You feel really good about it, but didn't get anything back.
Yeah.
I feel good about surviving. I'm also going to check where Mr. Sniper was.
The Wookiee climbed up there.
And he gets to add a black to his check.
Yes.
Because of the
So-
disoriented.
No.
At least it didn't penalize.
Yeah.
And what about our droid? What's our droid?
1 yellow, 1 green.
3.
He gets back 3 strain.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah. I said, what was yours? Sorry, I was
One
asking.
yellow, one
One yellow, one
green,
green.
please. Plus I get an additional one for rapid recovery.
Oh, cool.
Tell us stuff.
No.
You get 1.
Well, that's at least something. 'Cause
But-
I'm
and you feel-
down 8.
You
You're
feel
down 9, so you're down 8.
feel good about it.
Thank you.
There we go.
I apologize for missing you. It's hard enough to remember which ones I haven't done.
That's
Because I was trying to go around the table, we sort of jumped everywhere.
We did.
Okay, so with that, Sasha has picked up her stuff. Managed to get everyone back to the vehicle. I believe the Wookiee climbed up the mountainside. Getting to the spot, there is the body of the Gans there, with a hole in his head. But he's had all his ears stripped of him. And there is basically an extra set of prints leading into the cave.
Gotcha. So I did kill him, and then all his friends took his stuff and left.
Yes.
Wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Hey, nicked our loot.
I'll
How
grab
rude.
his body by the shirt or whatever he's wearing, or an arm, and I'll throw him down the mountainside
Mm-hmm.
as I call out that
Death from above!
he's been stripped and his people have taken have
Taken off.
retreated into the mountains.
So, I guess Mathis would start right away at just making sure the vehicle is movable and trying to get out of here.
That would be a mechanics roll.
Yep. So,
I was also trying to scan the area.
I will assist him.
Not to
Excellent.
see if I could see anything.
Okay, so you get to do a perception roll, but we'll do the mechanics roll while they're
Yeah.
doing that.
I'm making way.
What is the dice pool that Vex has?
Mine's 1 yellow, 3 green.
Mathis has 2 yellows.
So it's the
3
same dice pool, roughly. So it's 4 dice is the dice pool.
green. Okay.
Then we add a blue. So it's
And then is there a difficulty?
difficulty of 3 of those.
We'll upgrade one.
Technically, you're supposed to upgrade before the difficulty.
You're right. We'll just play it nicely.
Okay, so that is
That go away.
Well, I was useful.
You were.
That.
Well, potentially you're always useful.
okay. So you managed to get the vehicle running again. You're not sure exactly how long it's going to run for, but it's a jerry rig,
I was gonna say
Yeah.
we're just trying
and
to.
Mathis used the drone parts to make it work.
Nice.
He'll be happy.
Nice.
Good job.
Plus
With the
some
W
stuff
grenade.
he had in his bag for working on later.
Yeah.
Cool. So we worked on it later. Right. The sniper position, is there anything still there?
There was the body that got tossed down the
There's just the
mountainside.
body.
Oh,
And I,
Everything's
if you're up there with me, I'd point in and say they retreated into the mountain.
Great.
Only things that you might be able to get is the places where got murdered by the Wookiee.
Yes, I go back down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Bodies?
grab the bodies, pull them into the out into the open, collect the heads, put them in my bag.
So you now got 3 heads.
Do you
I
want to
do.
show him the picture?
Check them for credits. Oh, by the way, here's some energy
It
for
could be on a
you.
pole, pointing out the back of the vehicle.
What about? Can you see that?
No, I can't see.
Oh,
Oops.
Yeah, there we go.
Heads on a stick.
Heads on a stick. It's a 2-seat speeder bike, or a speeder bike with a sidecar, with a pole with a skull on it.
Yeah. This is entirely appropriate.
Okay,
I
so,
think the Wookiee needs to be healed.
so yes, you have
In the mind.
3 heavy blasters that you've managed to recover from the downed people.
What's the difference between a heavy blaster and the blast rifles of the?
Shorter range, easier to hide.
Uses ranged light
Oh, really?
and
Yeah.
instead of ranged heavy,
Um.
and won't shoot as far.
So
Okay.
we're trying to get
But they
out
do
of
hit
here. Oscar is injured.
Mm.
Would Sasha be able to co-pilot?
I was also doing a perception.
Oh, that's right. You are.
I-
So what was your perception?
So, it's, I believe, 1 gold, 1, 2 green.
Mhm.
I wanted to specifically try and scan for if they've used that cave maybe as a tunnel network and maybe turned up further ahead. But I don't know what the range of the binoculars
Your binoculars are good at seeing through things.
Right. Not through things, but
They're a little tight.
like see
Ahead.
See if you can see other things.
Yeah.
Well, have a good look.
I presume I don't need to upgrade on it.
Not necessarily. It's a fairly even dice pool. You do have advantage.
Yeah.
You need to get a triumph.
Well, that means hopefully that if they've ended up further up using an undercover way to get there, we'll
So that ends up being 1 strain, 1 triumph.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that takes me back down to 4.
But a triumph.
But a
Never
try.
less.
Okay, so. Okay, so looking around, you do think you see the engine trail of a vehicle that's taken off.
Okay, so either they're up ahead or they're making their own run for it.
You think it's an air speeder instead of a land speeder.
What's the difference?
Altitude.
Okay, so that means they're probably making a run for it.
Yep.
Okay.
To wait for
I'll
reinforcements to
let
come back again.
Ascara.
Well, unlikely to have the money for reinforcements.
Little things.
Most likely going to take the ship and leave while and
Well, they have a chance.
use that as their way of moving up in the ranks.
So
There's now an opening.
I'll turn to Ascara and say, look, I think they're taking an air speeder out of here, so I think we've managed to get rid of them for now. Do you need help with piloting because of your injuries? And you have
If you can take over as co-pilot.
Yeah.
Well, Pash was doing most of the
He's
piloting.
doing
I was
the
there
piloting.
piloting.
I
So-
could
I want her on
co-pilot
secondary.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. I
Mhm.
did a stim pack. Would Vex be able to use
Yes.
the med pack still on me,
I was
or is that
just
still
gonna
at
say.
a
Can
disadvantage?
still the med pack on you?
So the
Okay.
rest of my roleplay was going to be, I turn to Vex and say, Vex, do you think you can help Ascara with that med pack of yours? Because he mentioned earlier he had a med pack.
He said he wants to use it on the Wookiee, but Oscar is the one that.
The Wookiee
is
doesn't
willing.
want to be healed, as far as I know.
Well, I
And
don't
look,
know.
he's got 3 heads now. I wouldn't argue with him.
No.
Just
Some of
keep
them.
adding heads.
One of them's his own.
Well, 4 heads technically, because
Yeah.
you do
Well,
count
yeah.
the transition
That's right.
and the Gans, so
Yeah.
you can take the Gans head, so that's 5 heads.
Yeah.
So that's not
No,
mine.
it only counts if you kill it.
Well, what about the one that the other killed at the other end? You don't take that head either.
No,
No,
only
okay.
the ones
he
he
didn't do
kills.
anything.
In that case, you have 3 heads.
It has to be sliced
Two.
off, not cut off with a knife.
Well, 2 heads in a cup.
Yeah, 2 heads in it.
Well,
What's on the what's on the dead? Like
They basically had not taken much with them.
Basic.
any money?
Just,
No money at all. Obviously, they weren't going to get paid until afterwards.
All right, so I'll load the weapons into the back
Mhm.
because they're at least something that has value, and we might need to swap out our blaster rifles with those ones so we don't attract unwanted attention from.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that,
Well, while we're in this environment still, I'm going to hold on to my blaster rifle just in case.
oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
a blaster
hold on.
rifle is not actually a restricted weapon, amusingly.
And the heavy pistols are.
No, the heavy pistols aren't either.
Oh, okay.
You have to get to a repeating blaster to get restricted weapons.
Oh, I can see that.
The Empire allows people to be well armed. Just not armoured. Well armed.
Yes.
But they don't like people running around in armour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means that when the stormtroopers shoot at you, you just fall over.
Yeah.
That's the
Rather than actually standing there and shooting back, because that's just rude.
And the only weapon in the basic weapons for melee that is restricted is the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything else is perfectly fine to carry
Of
around.
course,
I was going to
absolutely.
say, Paul, it's Imperial Etiquette 101. You
Yeah.
get shot at by the stormtroopers. You don't shoot back.
See, you give the masters weapons, make them feel tough, and then they'll accept anything.
Yeah, just make sure they can't protect themselves from you.
Just make them fight each other.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Now we've got
On that dark note,
Mm-hmm.
do we need to do a medicine check on Oscara?
Okay.
Yes, that's a good
Yep.
idea.
Please.
So, Ross, what is your medicine?
It is 2. Okay, so I'm using the medkit as well, so that gives me.
I've actually got a fairly decent medicine as well.
That's pretty good.
I've got yellow and 2 green.
Nice.
I know which way out the penguin pictures on the band-aids go.
I was going to say,
Mine,
I'm sure that's as
2
good as
yellow, 2 green, and a blue.
Nice.
My medicine is
Pretty
the
good
best.
for the
Can use medkit skill to heal living without penalty.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Ross, over everyone else.
I can heal living without penalty. But it doesn't make any difference because she didn't get any hit with any criticals. So it's just a standard roll.
I feel like that should be fairly straightforward. Is there...
Seeing if they have anything specific in here for healing, because
Okay.
there will be difficulties based on that.
Yep.
Medicine. Okay, so what's your total wound threshold?
12.
12, and currently
Six.
you have 6. So because of the stim pack, it's 1 purple on the medicine check instead of 2.
Okay.
If it had been 1 over, if it had been more than half, because it says more than half, is when it's 2, and if it's enough to knock you out, then it's 3.
Okay.
It's not that hard to get people back up.
4 successes, 2 advantage.
Okay, so you get 4 wounds back and 2 strain.
Returned?
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Fine with me. If it's
It's actually more than that.
Why?
Because I have 13.
So you get 1
healed
wound.
get additional wound.
So you get down to 1 damage and 1 and 2 strain.
That's good.
But yeah, it considered to have had 1 stim already done on you.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's actually to your advantage to do the medicine checks on people before stimming all the time if combat's at the end.
Yes.
Well, does anyone else have wounds? Because I do have
I do.
medicine.
The Wookiee does.
I've got a bunch of strain.
But the Wookiee doesn't want to necessarily...
No, I'm happy to have the wounds healed, just not the critical.
There's a reason
Oh,
I shoot
okay,
from
well-
this pistol.
Technically, Vex can do another medicine.
I can do that.
And punching holes in things.
And then...
It's just that I won't use the ability where I can where I can heal critical using the medkit. So I'd do that part.
Technically, if you use the med kit, it automatically heals the critical.
So do you want to not use the med kit?
You can't then do the healing.
I've got
Oh, true.
medicine.
Yeah, because you need the med kit in order to do healing. So,
It's stim pack for you, Wookie.
But the
I think you're
Wookiee
getting
has
better.
no damage and has a stim.
I think I started to
Oh, no, I
understand.
thought the Wookiee did take some
Oh,
damage.
with the stem.
With the stim, he has no damage
Oh, okay, after the
because it's
fair
fully
enough.
healed.
Yep, cool. Yeah, he didn't take as much as I thought he did.
No, he is fairly tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it tried to stun him at the same time.
Yeah.
Rather than shoot a hole in him.
Because the quickest way to take a
Background
Wookiee down is stun, not
Yes.
energy.
Oh, it's either that or put a food trap out.
Not necessarily going to work.
I don't know. Bacon
What are you saying
always
about
works.
Wookiees?
Well, it
we
worked
love
on
bacon.
Chewie.
Yes, Chewie. Fine.
Yes, but if it had been a Trandoshan trap, then yes, he probably would have run right up to the Trandoshan to beat the crap out of him.
Tradition bacon. That'll get you.
What's the reference?
Cannibalism still
He's trying to
cannibalism.
refer to Return of the
I think.
Jedi to say
Yes,
that
it is
the Wookiee will just run
Functionally,
to
it's
food and eat it.
cannibalism if it's someone you can
But
talk
what
to and get an
scene
answer
out
from.
of Return of the Jedi does the...
Even if
On
they're
Endor,
the
where the
same
Wookiee
species.
gets captured by the Ewoks with the rest of the
does
party.
he run off after food in that, does he?
And then everyone comes up and looks at it, going, what's this for? And then the Wookiee just grabs to pull it to eat it and traps them all.
Ah, I see.
Though while
Yes.
they're trapped, he's got food.
Yes. So he's
Yeah.
moderately happy at that.
Hey,
Unless, of course, it's Droid.
Yes.
So he was the original Leroy Jenkins.
Yes. Yes, he was.
Yes.
Okay, so
I
yes.
have watched the original of that video too.
And considering we
It's
are
hilarious.
now after 11 o'clock, this would probably be a good point to finish it up with you
It
getting
would.
the speeder working again and starting to take off.
I was going to say, it
Yep.
definitely is.
So yes, you managed to get through a complex encounter that you could have handled in multiple ways.
What were the other ways we could have?
Well, you could have pretended to hand the guy over, and while everyone was coming closer, you could have then done the whole, we then pull out our hidden blasters and shoot them.
Yeah, but that would have been the smart move. We're not.
Especially when no one was actually hiding, because they would have been all standing out in the open at
Out
that
in the open,
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have done the frontal assault, which would have been rather devastating on your part.
Oh yeah.
You could have done the shoot up the ravines to cause an avalanche, which would have been bad on your part.
Yeah.
And there were many things you could have done to make things worse for yourself. So you just sort of did the middle ground pretty well.
Well, glad to hear that.
Debatable, but yeah.
Oh no, none of your people died.
Yeah.
You got pretty badly wounded, but no one died.
Yeah.
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 So that was a quite successful encounter for your part. You could have done better, you could have done worse.
Yeah, you're fair.
We didn't end up with the automatic weapon.
You did not end up with the automatic weapon.
See, this is why it's
Very
bad.
disappointing.
It
Very
is.
disappointing.
Because
I'm sad that we
his
saw
second
them.
survived and just grabbed the weapon and run.
Yeah. I'm sad that we saw them survive.
now they're
that
in a
he
cave,
flew off them.
in
Yes.
the dark, with all their guns pointed at the entrance to the cave. Yeah, we're not going in there, no how.
They're all
Yeah,
just
I
like, I love this
Wasn't looking forward to
Wookiee.
going in there.
No.
No.
Grenades would have made it worthwhile, but they had them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go to end credits.
Sounds good.
Hmm.